we've got the one, the only, the bard, Darth Kaos.
Greetings, everyone. This is Darth Kaos playing Dazlin Stoutheart, a gnome bard who will try to woo and not scare off all the ladies today.
Followed by Diabolical Skunk.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Diabolical Skunk. I'm playing Gerwynn Broadfist, Dwarven Cleric.
And then
Ready
we've
to
got
have some fun.
absolutely going to have some fun. And then we have Arija?
Arija? I'm Arija, and I play King Bruce. And don't worry, he's got everything under control, and he can beat all the bad guys. There's no reason to be afraid this session.
And Cranky Old Mage.
And I'm playing Boondiggle Humble. I almost said that right. He is a gnome sorcerer.
With a big old bulbous nose and a fug-off white beard. That's what he usually says. I've seen it so many times.
Yeah.
Right. So, XP for last week. Well, apparently I've lost my notes, so I'll find those whenever I can. Oh, there they are. I'll get these all tallied up and we'll go over it in just a little bit. What do y'all remember from where we left off? I've got what I know we did. Let's see here. I've sent all of y'all that had some sort of newness happen. Arija, your staff, I've sent you the stats on that, but as far as where we left off in game, where are we at? What's on y'all's mind? What would y'all like to do today?
I believe we are on our way back to the town that begins with P.
Phandelver?
Phandalin.
No,
Phandalin.
yeah, Phandalin. Because we have to tell Sister
Ariel.
Gariel.
Gariel, I almost said Gerwynn, that we did not get the book, Sister Gerwynn. That we did not get the book from the Banshee because she gave it to a necromancer. So, like, yeah, probably the necromancer, Sister Gariel, didn't want to have it, already has it. And he's had it for about 100 years now. Apparently.
He's still alive.
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe he opened it up and it exploded and he died. I mean,
Something evil that happened.
Stranger things have happened in Forgotten Realms.
right.
Yeah, y'all spent the night in Coneyberry. Arija.
That was not a good idea.
I thought it was a great idea. Arija found a magical staff named after his god Polaris. I believe he renamed it from whatever it was because it didn't have a name, so that's what it was. And it's a pretty sweet staff. It's like a Swiss Army staff.
Yep, Polaris's pole.
Yep, Polaris's pole. Nice. We left off. It was morning time. Y'all had a uneventful. Well, you can't say uneventful. There was definitely an eventful sleep, but it was without incident. Like there were a whole bunch of strange dreams and whatnot. And I believe y'all are heading out of town. Was where we left off, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. The day is y'all's. Do with as you please.
Okay, then we would be traveling in our standard marching order. Thank you.
Attack pattern alpha is what I call it.
Oh, and
With Eagle Eye Gerwynn in the lead.
and
Because I still don't have dark vision.
and for all those out there in YouTubeville, the Tarrasque biting King Bruce right here. That is not foreshadowing. That was just me trying to prep for this week and doing it very poorly. I was just like, oh well, I'm gonna play with the Tarrasque.
I'm all black, so
Really? We never got that sorted out, huh?
Yeah, that's all black for me still, too.
Yep. I just reloaded to make sure, but yes, it is all black.
Oh shoot! You know what? I've got a pretty good theory as to what I have done. Okay, I'm going to...
The new lighting thing they changed up?
No, that's not going to sunset until... I gotta say,
May.
I really like that term, by the way. Sunsetting something?
Yeah, I like it too.
No, I changed y'all all to the map layer, and I think that's what's messed it up. So I'm Gerwynn. Hey, can you see now?
I can see yeah,
Okay.
and I see it being eaten. So, all right.
Okay.
Little pieces of Bruce all over the place.
That's all
How
there
am I
was.
gonna put my-
Little pieces of Bruce anyway.
Bruce-aroni and cheese.
That's true.
All right.
There we go.
Okay, sweet. We got that all sorted out. Y'all would have been right on. I'll let y'all admire the haversack of handiness and all of its pinkness. The haversack of handiness. It's like a very small bag of holding. I think what did we settle on? It carries 1/5 of a normal bag of holding.
We didn't. I don't think we got
Something
that
like
far.
that.
But yeah, that works. Whatever.
We don't have much in it anyway, so
Yeah, no,
I
we
mean,
can work that out later. I thought we had.
Yeah,
but,
all we did was test it, make sure you put something in it, you can think about it, comes out in your hand. But that was all.
yeah, I'm up for negotiation.
and Bruce
on
is
it.
carrying it.
All right. So everyone can see the map. You're right there outside of Coneyberry. You've got...
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Scoop.
All right. And we're just going to go with everyone moving as Gerwynn, since Gerwynn is in the lead. That way we're not sitting there futzing around with all the tokens and whatnot. There's a light rain falling, as you can hear through SyrinScape. Music is brought by SyrinScape. There's a light rain falling. A little mist rises up from the road and the grass off along the way. And nothing but regular old road, trees in front, as you can see behind me. What do y'all do? How do y'all proceed? What's this going on? What are y'all thinking about everything that happened last night in your sleeping Coneyberry? What are you doing with your new staff, King Bruce?
Oh, Polaris's pole?
And how are you coming to terms with your mom and dad that you haven't seen in quite some time? They're just kind of like back and they're a thing.
Yeah, I've just been so overwhelmed with trying to get the book with the Banshee, and then that coming up to nothing, and then the haunted. But like now that we're heading back, it's somewhat peaceful. I'm just like thinking, how the hell did they get abducted? Like, you know, like. They're pretty, what do you want to call it? My parents are pretty
Resourceful?
resourceful, yeah. Resourceful. Handy, slippery.
I mean, most thieves that have never been caught could be called that. Well, only caught once, never arrested.
Yeah. And it just, I say to the party, I'm just like, for what purpose? For what dastardly plan does the man have that he just like kidnaps seemingly random people? You know? That's what I say to the party.
Well, he must have had a reason. I mean, you know, maybe he heard that you're coming along and want to. I don't know. It's very strange. I don't know. Again, why did he take the people's family from you know, Phandalin? I don't. It's just strange.
It all comes down to this black spider dude.
Yeah.
He's really the one behind everything. He I think he bamboozled Glassstaff. You know, Glassstaff was apparently not feeling very happy with the Lord's Alliance and was easily talked into Black Spider's plan,
Right.
whatever
Yeah.
that is.
And maybe the same thing happened to your parents too. Like he told them, like, oh yeah, come work for me and things will be great. And then all their things, and instead he throws them in a cell and they could possibly sell them, or who knows.
And I kind of join in. I'm like, I look around a little bit. I'm like, my parents were like the leaders of an aristocratic group of people. And there might be some significance to that. What I was thinking about, thinking about me before being King Bruce, the Paladin. Maybe we could like try to see if we can find like a wizard to do a divination, maybe to maybe figure out where to go, or maybe we can like start greasing some palms or something somewhere, where we could figure out black. Because if somebody has a name like Black Spider, they've probably said it more than once to one group of people.
Well, when we go to Cragmaw Castle, maybe that's where he is. I'll definitely probably get some more clues once we finally get there, and we can also see if we could, find out where everybody else is going, like Cade and Rockfist, or yeah.
Right. Agreed. I think all the answers lay with Black Spider.
And we tried to get some information out of that goblin that had like a sleeping problem, didn't we?
That fainting goat syndrome, yeah.
Droop. I think that was his name.
Oh, sorry, I was wrong. The guy's name is Rockseeker, right, Gerwynn? That's your cousin, isn't it?
Yeah, Gundren.
Gundren, that's it. I forgot his first name.
Yeah. All that business with that haunted house has completely rocked my mind. I
mean, right? Coneyberry?
Yeah, I did not have a good night's sleep.
Yeah, it's a very strange place. I'm glad we're not going back there again. I'm glad we're heading back to Phandalin. I'm ready to go.
Yes.
And we're walking.
You are definitely walking.
And as we do, I use minor illusion to do a owl's hoot on one side of Bruce, and then behind Bruce, and then the other side of Bruce, and then above Bruce, and I just keep moving it around.
The Pharrell? The heck? We got to find out who this person is.
Do you keep hearing those owls, Bruce?
Yeah, they're saying who. They want to find out who Black Spider is too.
They're saying, "I'll be back."
Black Spider's Arnold
Excellent.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Gerwynn, y'all are just about to where y'all had noticed the movement before off from a distance, as y'all had been making kind of the little temporary camp for your short rest. And I think it was Bruce that saw this figures off in the distance. At first it looked like one, but now as you're coming up on it, you can see a group of 4 to 6, maybe 8 different folk, and you're not sure of the numbers because you keep kind of seeing them peek out from behind. You've definitely gotten the insight to know that this most likely isn't going to be an encounter from friendly folk. Y'all
They're
are
not
still
tourists.
Yeah, they're not tourists. They're still a good distance away, but they definitely know where y'all are at.
And I've seen a couple of them.
Yeah, from the darting in and out, you've determined that there's a number somewhere between 4 and maybe 8, maybe 9 of them.
Okay. King Bruce, Dazlin, Bundigel. I've just seen a bunch of things. I don't know exactly what they are. About between 4 to 8 of them jumping around over ahead of us. They're like zigging and zagging in and out of the area in the trees. We need to be
Are you
ready.
sure that's not a mirage?
That's not good.
No,
I don't think it is.
It's not.
Well,
All right.
they're between us and Phandalin, right?
Yep.
Yep.
be prepared. Really, is all I'm saying.
Right.
Looks like a fight is on our hands.
Get your
How-
weapons ready, kids.
How many do you think there are?
Between maybe between 4 to 8, maybe a little more. I'm not sure. I'm just seeing them off in the distance.
Oh, yeah, definitely get ready. Well, do you want to keep
About
going, or do you want to try to hide in the woods, or what do y'all want to do?
About what time is it, Con?
Are you talking about real life or?
Not really.
Oh, it would be
On the trail.
the later half of the morning.
Late morning. Okay.
Yeah,
I have not had enough coffee to deal with this.
and the rain has stopped. By the way, birds
As
are
I
chirping.
draw my wand.
I'll get my crossbow ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get within, I don't know, 60 feet of them and then call them out.
Okay, I am going to.
Okay.
I'm going to put y'all on the map. I'm going to switch to the map. Drag yourselves onto the map. I will put it where y'all are up at that part that I just pinged and moved y'all to. Yep, move yourselves back. Y'all would be on the road coming from the fork to the right as you're looking at the map. Yep. Yep.
Okay, how do I drag my dude over?
You grab it by the.
Grab it. Click on your name and drag
In the
from
journal
the
on right.
from the journal.
Or I can do it either way.
No,
Standard
where did that go with that?
marching order.
All right, that's not where I'm at. I'm just getting them on the map.
You're fine.
Uh-huh.
You're fine. Y'all got a minute.
The call to
Maybe
adventure.
Somewhere. There it is. Gerwynn, Bruce, me, Dazlin.
Okay. All right. So y'all can
Bet you they're after
see
me again.
this one and this one, even though they're all visible to y'all on the map. Those are the only two y'all could see. I have made everyone visible on the map because they had been spotted previously, and they're just kind of. I'm going to make an adjective: dumb-assedly hiding.
Right, sure. Gotcha.
So this is completely y'all scenario. How do y'all want to proceed?
Well, do we want to try to talk to them and see what's going on, who they are, and what they want?
Hopefully they don't want me again.
Maybe they want to kick a different ass than ours.
Oh, that's true. Maybe. Well, Gerwynn, Bruce, you all want to talk to them, and we'll be back here if we need to help and whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I'll move to about here
Okay.
and then just kind of yell, hey there, in the bushes.
This one's going to move out to the road. I forgot how to check. All right, that wasn't 30 foot. Anyway, he steps out of the road and he just kind of holds up his sword in the air and he just says, "Well met, traveler. What brings you out to the road today in this fine rain we've got going?"
I thought the rain just stopped.
It
Well,
started
we've
again.
got a whole big bunch of Nunya.
Well, I'm in the market for a bunch of Nunya,
It's Nunya business.
and I ain't buying, but I will be taking. Yeah, you hear that, buddy?
Just
I made
like
a
your
joke.
mother.
Ooh, see, you shouldn't have said nothing about my mother. Rest her soul. And with that, I believe it's time for initiative.
Remember to click on your token.
Mm-hmm. What King Bruce said.
Probably roll like a 2 anyway, so it don't matter. Oh,
I cannot click on my token?
Really?
Really?
Of course, my first one's a natural 20.
That's kind of strange, isn't it?
Yeah, since I dragged it out, and I moved them.
Is it
Now
stuck
I
on the
can't.
map?
I don't think I have dynamic lighting on
my
this one.
chat-
Here, I just
My chat.
see if you can move it now
Okay.
since
Now I can.
Weird. I don't even think I have dynamic nuding. What the fuck?
No, dynamic looting is more of a Dazlin thing.
Yeah, dynamic.
Exactly. Thank you.
Dynamic
Dynamic
lighting
nude.
on this one.
Dynamic noodling is how they get catfish sometimes, in certain places.
I've seen some very large fish yanked up out of old stumps and logs here in the rivers of North Carolina. All right, everybody rolled in,
Yup.
Oh, yep.
and then this one back here, it's not quite his turn yet, or is it? No, it's not. He's just going to yell out. He's like, "That one with the hammer, it looks kind of familiar for some reason."
Undo it.
All right.
You can call me Dad.
All right. Looks like Dazlin is going to be up first. Do I have turn order for the folks in YouTube land? All right. Let's set this off, Dazlin.
Well, we really didn't want to fight, but apparently you guys are in for you want something, so I guess we'll bring it. All right, so I'm going to move up.
Okay.
I'm going to step up behind Bruce here, and Gerwynn, of course, in front.
It just kicked me out.
And I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
All right. And I did, if you look under spells, you should see Fairy Fire. If you just drag that out, put wherever your mouse is at the center of Fairy Fire, and it'll place it.
You mean in the
Yeah.
Journal.
I don't see it.
Do you have access to it? I mean, can you cast it?
Oh no.
Then I didn't.
I don't
give you
see any
access
I don't
to
see
it.
any spells.
His was the only one I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I did. No, I'll surprise you with that later.
No, it's all good.
Oh, I'm trying to drag it over. Well, I'm on spells under my under my
Grab the
character
name,
on
not the
I-20.
picture.
Yeah, grab the name, not the hamburger.
Hamburgers. I'm hungry now.
Where's the beef?
Was it peanuts?
Oh, peanuts.
Always.
It's
Yes,
So
Connor.
I'm on spells under roll 20.
yeah. Under the under the journal.
Yeah.
It's in the journal. You not see spells in there?
Oh, I do. I'm clicking it and trying to drag it, but it keeps on to come with a roll, whisper, public roll, something like that.
Oh, they're just asking if
Yeah,
you
just say
want-
public roll. I have no idea why it's doing that. Or you could
Maybe
just ping where you want it to go, and then I'll put it out for you.
Right between those two guys that we can see.
All right.
Please, oh please.
5, 10, 15. They're not quite in it.
Oh, okay, darn. Then I'll go just for the first guy. Then
Ping,
please.
ping him for me. This one. Okay. 20. Okay, that's got him. And Fairy Fire gives them disadvantage, and they can't be invisible, right? No, it gives y'all advantage. They can't
Yes.
be invisible.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead
Okay.
and give Bruce a bardic inspiration
Very nice.
as a bonus action.
Hey!
Very nice.
That'll be my turn, sir. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, I
Dazlin.
lit him up for you guys. Get him.
Then
Hey, at least you just lit up the bad guys this time.
Hey, I try.
There's a first time for everything.
Hey, it worked before. The bugbear, you chopped its head off? You're welcome.
A little red dot for concentration. All right, that is going to bring us back here to Mon Capitan. I did it again. Come on.
Oops.
It's just going to move there. Roll20 is being a little bit slow. Okay. He's just going to kind of chill here. And he's going to, oh, what are those crazy lights? And it's going to bring us to the other bandito. Going to move in up here, avoiding the fairy fire since it kind of left a little trickle on there. Bruce, followed by Boone.
Alrighty. Move up here. Gonna use my crossbow.
Do it.
Does 15 hit? The first, the nearest guy.
That one? I
Yeah.
am pretty sure it does. It does. That is
3
successful.
4 damage.
Okay, good, because the... All right, never mind, I got it back. Oh, you're rolling real dice anyway. All right, yeah, your 4 is good. Your crossbow rings true as it strikes right in a joining or a junction of his armor. All right, and anything else you'd like to do, Bruce?
I'm good.
All right, Boone.
Okay, we're gonna keep it simple. And this guy that's been lit up by the fair fire,
Yeah. Hit him.
and have a firebolt at advantage because fair fire.
Right.
14 to hit.
That does hit, and that's with 4 damage also.
4 fire damage. Yep.
And this one back here, he's just going, holy shit, they're burning him and stabbing him.
And light them up like a Christmas tree.
And this one that is now on fire with a crossbow bolt stuck in his arm, and he's got these crazy lights on him. He is just going to dart this way, uncontrollable, trying to calm himself down. And it's going to follow us up with this bandit here. He is going to try and move into the fray as well, putting him right there. That brings us to Gerwynn.
Use my crossbow and go for the one that you just moved into.
Okay, got you.
The guy with the fair fire is still lit up with the fair fire.
I'm pretty sure.
Even though he
yeah.
moved. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the fairy fire does not move with him. Like the fairy fire stays until you break concentration, right?
It's on
Watch
him.
that.
If
Right.
they fail the deck save, he's like covered in glitter.
I never
basically.
made the deck save. Like I never physically rolled the deck save, so I'll just say it was successful. But my question is, the fairy fire, it stays where it's at. Like what we'll say what he's covered in, like any good glitter goes with him, but the initial glitter bomb is still there. Like the whole cloud didn't go travel with him, right?
Right, yeah, because it should stay there. And then I think if he's not in it,
It just it just appears, and it's like it is like a glitter bomb. It appears, but it sticks to whoever fails the deck save. But it's not like an area of glowing light. It's not a
Step out of the fairy fire.
area of effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well in that case, it is no longer here.
But he still has it. The guy who failed is
Yep.
still lit up.
Yep, sure does. Because you never can get rid of glitter.
No.
that's the truth.
All right, and anything else you want to do, Gerwynn? Let's see here. Yeah, the crossbow at 8 missed.
I'm going to take a movement
Okay.
and go. That doesn't sound good. I'm going to go right behind that rock right there.
Hey, we all do it. It's okay.
Metamucil.
Yep.
And is your intent for cover? behind the rock?
Yeah. Well, I don't know how big the rock is, but I'm just going to go there also to hopefully be in distance of getting somebody else.
It looks like a decent size, so I'll give you a half cover on it, which is a +2 to your armor class.
Oh, okay.
While you're behind the rock, obviously.
Yes.
Okay. And come on. I had to click that button like 3 times. This one is going to take 10, move in behind the rock, and it is going to... Oh, hell, they got a crossbow. Son of a bitch. 10 does not hit you, I'm pretty sure. Okay. That was all of its movement. It is stuck where it's at, so we're going to come back around to the top of the turn with Dazlin, followed by the bandit captain.
And I meant to ask earlier, like for spells, we have to have certain components for it. Am I allowed to say I have one of those components already, or do I have to go and always get it and stuff like that?
We didn't specify at the onset of the game. I normally would say that you would have to say you had it, but we didn't specify, so we'll just say that whenever you're in like Barthen's Provisions or the Lion Shield Coster or somewhere that would have the components that you need, you acquire them, we'll say 1 gold per, and or if you need tar pitch or charcoal, something like that, and you're out camping, you just scavenge it as you can. So yes, you have what you need.
Very cool. All right, thank you, sir. I'll make sure, again, I didn't keep asking because I didn't have spells before. I had to have something, so I'll use it next time.
When you learn,
All right, so
when you learn the spells, you were given the components.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Thank you. So it's my turn again, so I'm going to move up. And once again, I'm going to cast some fairy fire on these guys.
Okay. I'm gonna remember to make the deck saves this time. Or should I say remember to try. And that's on these two.
Roger that. And I'm actually going to go ahead and give Gerwynn Bardic Inspiration.
What's the DC on that? So let me go ahead and label these guys. For yellow, L. For pink, he succeeds.
And that'll be my turn.
I'm going to come up here and challenge King Bruce. Does a 14 hit you?
Nope.
Or +3, 11, 14. Okay. He's just going to get in your face and snarl. And to give you the once over, see what's up. And it's your turn, followed by Boone.
He can tell that I'm a little surprised. And definitely the smell just pretty much like knocks me over almost, but I recover. Oh, okay, yeah. Halberd. So I'm gonna use the halberd.
When did you get a halberd?
Not halberd, the glaive, I'm sorry.
Okay.
They're both D10 and they're both 10 reach.
All right. I was about to say, when the hell did you get a halberd? But all right.
I don't have halberd, I meant glaive.
I mean, same family.
Yeah, no, I mean, I got it, but I was just, wait, what? I don't, what?
Well, that's why I kept thinking like a glaive, like the thing you throw it, and it's like I poke him with it. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I got you.
Right. So, okay, that is a dirty 20.
Okay, that hits.
Okay, and damage is 5.
Okay, sweet.
And I'm done.
All right. Your strike rings true. Boone, what you up to, bud?
I'm gonna catch up to everybody else and see that this captain down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, let's stick with what I know. And he gets a firebolt. No, he doesn't, because it's a 7.
Okay.
That's a warning. That's a warning, Captain. Back off. I say bravely.
And
Good try, Boone.
It's an effort, buddy.
All right. And the bandit that was previously on fire and no longer fairy fired, he has pulled out the bolt from his arm. Now he is going to head over this way. That's going to end it for him. Brings us to the bandit with fairy fire. Failed. Attack roll has advantage. Can't benefit from being invisible. He is going to from 10 foot here to his crossbow on Gerwynn. I picked the wrong one. I don't know if y'all could hear that on the microphone or not, but one of the dogs is dreaming. All right, light crossbow to Gerwynn. Nope. 5 plus 3 for 8. So that was ineffective. Non-effective? Ineffective. It didn't work. Okay. And that is going to bring us back around to Gerwynn.
I'm going to just take the Orc Smasher and try to bash this dude on the head with one hand.
The
Using
one right in
one
front.
hand.
Got you.
Yep.
Because you always got your shield, right?
Yep.
That definitely hits. And one hand.
For 5.
That's good
Yep,
damage.
one hand.
Yeah, so they've all, as you can see on their tokens, they've all got these little red bandanas around their head, and his is a little more red. It's a different shade of red now. And he just kind of looks at you. Just kind of shakes it off. And as he shakes, a little bit of ichor and whatnot just kind of... Anyway, that's going to bring us around to this bandit, the one that you just crowned. I will say that he is stunned from that solid strike. Okay, got you, King Bruce. So I'm going to roll with disadvantage. It don't get any more disadvantage than that.
Does your head hurt there, pal?
So, does 15 hit?
Not me.
Not you? Okay.
Nope.
Then he is going to just kind of stagger around you, kind of doing like a Three Stooge loop-de-loo around you, and get behind you, between you and Dazlin. And I'll be right back. I need to find that dice before a dog eats it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're down there.
I didn't say it.
I was
I mean, I was thinking it, but I didn't say it.
right.
You should be able to get an attack of opportunity there, though, right?
What?
No, because he didn't leave his range. He's right behind. Right.
He just kind of...
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
it has to be out of your range. Okay, I got you.
They have to go out of range.
He drunken weaseled in there.
I got you. See, I didn't know that part about that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you can move, but if you stay within range, there's no attack of
Yeah,
opportunity.
you could stagger all around somebody. It's not until you leave there.
Oh, see, I
Did
don't
you?
know about that part. Okay, because we hadn't had that before. So cool. Right.
And that's how that's supposed to work.
Right. You know who you are.
I'm being petty now. I'm sorry, everyone.
That's all good.
All right. Now that the dice is found, that brings us back around to Dazlin.
Well, why don't you just come up here and let me stab you right in the heart with my rapier there, pal?
Well, I didn't have anything else I was doing today. Okay.
Mhm.
And he just kind of looks at you. Well, I would if you could have hit me.
Well, you know what? Fine. I'll tell your mother I say hi.
What is it with y'all and our mothers? All right.
Maybe it's more about what is it about your mother's?
I had to get these good looks from somewhere. I ain't even mad at her.
Yes, you're still looking for him, huh?
I think we killed that bugbear who's your dad. I think that was him.
Big meanie. No, you done made me cry.
Advantage on the next attack.
That's going to bring us. What are you doing? Oh my God. Gerwynn has done invoke duplicity.
I don't see two Gerwynns here, but
Spell.
Yeah. I was like, when did
That
you
is a
take
spell, by the way.
when did you take the trickster? All right.
yeah,
gonna
that's a
bring
trickster
us
class feature.
to this captain.
Subclass.
It's fine. You probably just got 2 tokens over there. He's going to slide up here to get a better look at Gerwynn.
Uh-oh.
He's going to say, well,
No, I'm not your
I
father.
ain't even going to swing on you. Well, I might. But you sure do look familiar. Do I know you from somewhere?
No, boy, you don't.
And then he just says, oh, shit. Well, I guess I'm going to have to stab you then. So then he takes a scimitar. Oh, that's a dirty 2015 on the die plus 5 to hit.
Oh.
That's going to be 2 on the die plus 3, 5 damage. And he's just going to say, was that jar your memory any?
Not really, little man.
Oh, boy. That hurts coming from a gnome.
Dwarf.
I'm a dwarf.
Yeah, okay. Keep telling yourself that. Okay, next.
Oh, we are the little party.
Man, these guys have totally just lost any mercy to live.
They must all die now.
These are some smart asses, ain't they? They're a little bit smarter than the Red Brand ruffians. These guys, they got a little bit on you. They're like, ooh, okay, all right, we going toe to toe. And this one's let me make sure I got the right one. This one's going toe to toe with Bruce. Ye old Brucey. Oh, come on, quit doing that. Roll 20. All right, he is going to make an attack with the scimitar. What is that? That's a 13. 13 plus 3, 16 hit you?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
By Polaris's pole. All right, that makes it your turn, Mr. Bruce.
I
look
up at the guy and I'm like, before I drop you, do you happen to know anything about Cragmaw Castle? You know, I'll let you live if you tell me anything I think is interesting or useful.
Who are you talking to? And how
The guy
are
I'm
you?
fighting.
Okay, and how are you saying this?
How am I saying this?
Yeah, how are you? Are you trying to persuade or are you trying to intimidate? Whatever
I'm
you're
definitely
doing, go ahead and make
persuade.
that check. All right, make a
Yeah.
persuasion check.
Right on. Okay, 19 without the plus. Hold on.
Okay, you don't even have to give me the plus.
23.
Let's see here. He just takes a scimitar that he just hit you with. He looks at it. Kind of thinks about it a second. Puts the scimitar down to his side, just kind of props up on it for a second. And he's just like, Cragmaw Castle, huh?
Yeah.
He looks back at the captain, and the captain just kind of looks at him like, And he just says,
That's a lot of stuff for 6 seconds. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Okay.
yeah, he going by the captain. He's thinking about it though. All right, Boone, you're up.
So this is the one we leave alive.
Poison
I was gonna
spray.
attack him, but we're all good.
Um,
It's all good.
shit. I had an idea, but then I forgot it.
Did it involve choo-choo trains?
Do they exist in this world? The one that staggered around
Hmm.
Gerwynn can make a wisdom save.
Okay. Can he? That's the question. He can certainly try.
Oh. Is he missing any hit points?
Yes. Wait.
Okay.
Yes. Absolutely, because Gerwynn crowned him.
Submit. Okay. If he fails, he takes 8 necrotic as there's a bong around his head.
All right. So as the bong goes off, he lets out a shrill and then just kind of falls into a crumpled heap.
Good job, Boone.
You have incurred the wrath of the Tiny Terrors of Phandalin.
Over. Got you.
Tiny Terrors, woo!
The TTOP. You down with TTOP? Yeah, you know me. I'm gonna stop now.
Yeah, you know me.
I was gonna save that.
I do know you. And I'm ashamed every day. I mean,
Oh dear.
proud.
All right, and that is going to bring us to this bandit. Come down here, join his dumbass buddy over there, and not quite enough reach. Crossbow, nope. Okay. Yep, that's going to bring us to this bandit. Going to slide right over here. Crossbow. Or it's the only one that looks like it. Why wouldn't I be able to find it?
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to go for a crossbow attack on King Bruce. Uh, 19 on the die, 22 total.
That does hit me.
Okay. That's going to be for 4 + 1, 5 damage. And that's,
A little stingy.
yeah, that's going to bring us to Gerwynn.
I think it's hammer time again
My time.
on the one right below where I'm standing. This time
I'm just going to shout out, don't forget, Bardic Inspiration.
It's a D6, right?
Yes.
And one-handed, correct?
Yes. That doesn't get, you can't use that on damage, right? Only on.
No, only on the 2 hit or yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that definitely hits. He has taken damage. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I think I'm good. I'm good
Okay.
right where I'm at.
All right, that's going to bring us to the bandit that doesn't need a turn anymore. And back around to the top of the round with Dazlin.
So I'm going to look at the one that Bruce was talking to and say, hey, if you do tell us what we want to know, we will let you live. But I'm not going to attack you. I'm going to attack this other guy over here who's all sparkling right now with my crossbow.
Okay, do it. Roll it. Let's do this.
Nice.
Okay.
So it was the one with the pink and yellow on it.
4 damage. Yeah, no, you definitely hit him. Definitely hit him. Anything else you want to do? Anything else you want to do, Darth?
Actually, I will go ahead and cast healing word on Gerwynn.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it. That's 3 to Gerwynn.
And my modifier is 2, so it's a 5.
All right.
And that'll be my turn. Thank you.
Thank you, Dazlin.
Okay. It's going to bring us back to the Captain. He is going to slide right there. Yeah, he's going to use a scimitar. 12 to hit. Oh no. 14. 9 on the die plus 5. And that was on Gerwynn.
No.
Nope. All right. That's going to do it for him. Followed by this other bandito. He's just going to look at Bruce. He's going to look at the captain, especially since the captain's just kind of moved up beside him. And then he's going to feint a strike on Bruce. All right. $18 hit you. 15 on the die plus 3.
18 does hit me, yes.
He accidentally hits Bruce. What an idiot. Him, not you, Bruce. For 4 damage.
Ow.
And that brings us to you, Mr. Brucey.
Yeah, we're trading, we're connecting with, Glaive versus Skimtar, moving this way, that way. I get a good block in. He doesn't expect it. I feint left. And I do a little bit of a slash. And does 15 hit?
Oh yeah. Pretty sure. I'll double check.
All right.
Yep.
All right. And this is non killing blow, or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
And that is 6 damage.
Just what you needed to render him unconscious.
Right on. And then I said, leave him alive. Leave him alive. And I stand on top of him. I put 1 foot on his body. There we go.
As I say, when you move out, double
Yeah.
your motion for that square for the difficult terrain.
Right on.
And
Ease of use. I'll just stand here and put 1 foot on his body.
I'm just going to mark him as restrained. He is down.
Like that. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
You can
The little circle thing. Yeah, I like that.
you can thank the cranky old mage for those.
Awesome. Thank you, Cranky.
And
Thank you,
animated
Cranky.
status effects.
Yes. And Boone, you are up. Good sir.
Yep. I'm gonna look right in the face of the captain and say, "You can surrender." And does an 11 hit him?
No, sir.
Oh well, the fire goes past his face anyway.
Singes his beard just a little. He felt the heat. Felt the heat. That's going to bring us to this bandit. Just saw you attacking this captain. Actually, all he saw, you're a little person behind a big bush. All he saw was a firebolt ringing out over top of Bruce's
that does
head.
describe Boone's face. A little person behind a big bush.
Right? So he's going to try and pull the old two-step here. He is able to get back there. He slides back here, and he is going to scimitar attack on Boone.
Mm-hmm.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, no, that's a natural 1.
Ah.
So when he swings around with his scimitar, Boone bends down or does something, and he swings around
He overestimated my height.
and clips himself in the shin, taking 1 damage. So you just you hear him. You know what? Here, he snuck up behind you, Boone. You didn't know he was there, so you just bent down to tie your shoe. He swung over you, hit himself, and he was like, "Oh!"
Ah.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. That's going to bring us to this bandit here, who is going to fire a crossbow at Mr. Stoutheart. Come on, man. I'm just going to leave it open. 14 on the die plus 3 for 17. Does that hit you?
Yes, sir.
Oh boy,
I'm
that's
rolling good tonight, man.
yeah. That's a 8 plus 1 damage or 9 total.
Yikes.
Hold on a second. Yep, no, we're good. All right, I thought I attacked with the one that was restrained, but I didn't. It was this one down here. Okay, that brings us around to Gerwynn.
All right, I'm gonna attack this guy that's to my left.
Okay.
Gonna take that orc smasher out and knock him out. Hopefully, or kill him. Oof.
Yep.
Ooh, one-handed.
Solid strikes. Solid strike.
And then for my bonus action, oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say he just kind of looks at you, and as he takes the hammer to his chest, you just kind of knock a little bit of wind out of him, and he just kind of plays it off with a laugh. But go ahead.
I was gonna use healing word on Dazlin.
Always Dazlin. Thank your clerics.
Thank you.
Ooh, 7. Pretty good.
That's very good. All right, and that's going to bring us to you, Dazlin.
So did I get 4 or I get 7 on that one?
7.
7.
Thank you, brother.
For all those just listening at home, he has a cat in his arms now, by the way.
And it's a very
Wow.
cute cat.
You wanna-
He's an asshole.
Listen, man, there's no need to talk about Airy like that. I mean,
So-
I'm not going to argue with you.
it's good that
For
you're
those
doing
who
it
just
with him
listening,
here, but
it's the cat that's an asshole.
we can handle this after the game. Oh, man, I love you guys. All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Mr. Stoutheart?
Oh, I haven't done anything yet. Sorry. I'm going to actually look at the guy who shot me with a crossbow like, ow, that hurt, you a-hole. And then I'm going to pull out my own crossbow. Like, here, have a bullet yourself.
That hurt you, Bruce.
Damn it. What the hell?
Now
All right.
I can't hear him. All right.
You haven't done anything to break concentration, have you? No, you
Well, I haven't
haven't.
cast any other spells or anything like that. No.
Okay. Okay, so your 12 just hits. Or you can roll with advantage to see if you crit.
Oh, okay. I'll do that. I just roll it again, right?
Yes, sir. Okay. All right, so it's still 6. He doubles over in pain. And then kind of pushes himself back up on his chest, and you can just see that copious amounts of blood and crimson just have leaked through his leather armor, and you can tell that it was a near fatal strike. And that's going to bring us around to the bandit captain, and he is actually going to slide up here to King Bruce, and he is going to make a dagger attack. 10 plus 5 for 15.
15 does not hit.
15 does not hit. Okay. He's just going
Careful
to
with that dagger there, dude.
he's just going to look around at all y'all and just be like, "Ah." Let out a big old grunt, and that's going to bring us back to that bandit, which is going to make a death save. Okay. And that's going to bring us to Bruce.
I look at the bandit captain and I say, "You want me to do to you what I just did to him? Yeah, your choice."
He just says, if you think you're able, you're welcome to try.
All right. I attack with my glaive. And that's a D10. No. This is a D10. Okay, here's a D10. Sorry. I dropped the dice.
I did that earlier.
Yeah. 7 is not going to hit him.
Nope. He just laughs menacingly.
And yeah. I think I could do a bonus action.
Sure, if you can, let's do it.
Yeah. And I am going to put a shield of faith on Mr. Dazlin, just in case, because I think he's the most hurt. He looks the most hurt, doesn't he?
I
Dazlin
don't
and
keep. I don't know. I don't keep up with y'all's hit points. That's up to y'all to describe to each other.
Oh, okay. Nah, I'll just end my turn. We're good.
Okay. Are you sure?
Am I sure? Yeah, I'm good. I think
Okay.
we're good.
All right. Cool. Boone, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to this guy
Which
that
guy?
tried to sneak up on me
Got you. Okay.
and say, "Bad idea." And with that, I'll point my wand at him and thunder wave him.
Okay. 13 con
DC
save.
13 con save. As it goes, crack a boom.
I'm gonna re-roll since it went out of here. They both save, so he
It's still half damage.
right, so that's 4.
Three.
3.
4.
Round down.
Yeah, round down.
Doesn't matter, he's dead anyway. So why don't you describe how your thunder wave cracks him into
It
awfulness?
kicks up the dust of the road and it swirls around him as you hear the crack of thunder. And then when the dust settles, he is just crumpled up on the ground.
I like it. I like it a lot. That's a beautiful description. Very nice. Yeah, no, he's wrecked. So he's laying there in a crumpled up heap. The bandit captain just says, "Come on!" Anything else you'd like to do, Boone?
No, that's it for me.
All right. That brings us back around to not that guy, to this guy. And he is going to slide back over here. Having seen and heard the power of Boone, yeah, he's going to rifle off a crossbow bolt at Boone. 17 plus 3 for a dirty 20.
Oh, damn. Ouch.
And it's going to be a 5 on the die plus 1 for damage. 6.
6. Oh, that stings like, never mind. I can't think of anything funny.
And he's going to come over here to see if he can help his buddy out at all. That's going to end his turn. Bring us to Gerwynn, followed by Dazlin.
I'll try to kill this captain finally. With another hammer to the head.
Okay, let's do it.
It's hammer time.
And then I'll do the bard's thing.
Okay.
The D6.
So, and I just go over here to the dice and hit.
Mm-hmm. Ah. Damn.
Yep, what Boone said.
Yeah.
Damn.
You're rolling like Gerwynn.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to do, Gerwynn?
No, I'm good for now.
All right, Dazlin.
All right, I'm gonna look at the guy who still has the fairy fire on, who's over by his unconscious friend, and like, I think I will vicious mockery you, you a-hole.
He just looks at you. Was that the mockery?
Oh,
and he
damn.
just says, I think it was.
But the wisdom of 12 save.
Yeah, just save.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, no, he fails. And
All right, so I'm gonna say, wait, I just need to ask, what do you need to put on your headstone?
and he's unable to answer. He just
I think you should put, I'm a dumbass.
he falls slumped over his buddy. And that's going to bring us to the captain.
He only had 1 HP left?
Uh-huh.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, no, it was all that last crossbow was near fatal. So bandit captain,
How smart is he?
I'm surrounded.
Pretty much.
Well, the odds are definitely in our favor now.
well, this is definitely a dilemma.
So if he tries to run, does anybody get a
All of you would.
You,
Okay.
Bruce, and Dazlin would all get attacks of opportunities on him.
I think you should just give yourself up then, buddy.
Dun, dun, dun. Sorry.
Yeah, you saw how easily we took out your friends. I mean, you could help us with Cragmaw Castle. You and the other guy.
Roll persuasion.
And that's plus.
That's a natural 1.
Plus
Ah,
6.
all right. You see him turn from all three of you. Boone, you see this also, but he turns away from all of them and he actually strikes at his downed companion
That mother.
Shit.
and misses his head by that much. And then
Bruce's foot was covering it.
he just holds out his arms. Just rage and anger. And I don't mean like he's a barbarian, like he doesn't have rage now, so don't think I was implying that. And that bandit is still restrained and unconscious, making a death saving throw. Okay.
That's some retirement plan they got there. I'm glad we don't work for you.
Okay, Bruce, you're up.
I use my healer's kit to stabilize the unconscious guy. Out of spite.
Okay.
I'm spite healing this guy.
All right.
Don't kill him like last time.
You don't actually have to run the check because I'm using a healer's kit. I just read it. I can put it up for you.
It just, yeah, it's, 1 charge of the healer's kit stabilizes.
Yeah. Was that
And,
backwards lawyering?
Yeah. Someone had to do it. I know you missed it.
I know how healers' kits work.
Oh, okay.
Was he as
Right.
good? I don't know. That was good learning.
Well, honestly, Ari sounded like he didn't.
It's all good. All right. He
gonna
is
cast-
now
I'm-
stable.
Oh, okay.
I'll mark those out. I'm gonna roll this. He will regain consciousness in 3 hours.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
and,
casting Sanctuary on Boondiggle because I know he's low.
all right. Cool.
Bonus action.
Boonler, no.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Okay.
I've only hit once.
All right. That brings us. Anything
I mean,
else?
I'm not arguing, you know.
Oh, it's good looking out, man. It's good looking
Yeah.
out. That's teamwork. That's good shit. I love to see it. As a matter of
right.
fact,
Amen.
as soon as we're out of combat, I want each one of y'all to take an inspiration dice. as soon as we're out of combat.
An inspiration dice or a DM's inspiration?
DM's inspiration.
Okay.
Y'all get a reroll. All right, Boone, you're up, bud.
Okay. So the captain, did he surrender or is he just still wanting to fight?
What's your wisdom?
My wisdom is a 12 plus 1.
Given his actions, you would surmise that he's probably going to bolt once he's stopped his compatriot from talking.
Okay, so speaking of bolts.
Fuck, why'd I put that in your mind?
Does a 24 hit him?
Just barely. No, it hits. That's a solid
Yeah.
strike.
Yeah, it's only 2 fire. And I tell him, you can surrender anytime.
Kind of looks at you, gnarled teeth, and still see a little bit of singe and smoke rising up from his chest.
Don't have to die.
Okay. Anything else you want to do, Boone?
That's it.
That bandit, he's no longer needed on the turn order. Gerwynn, you're up, bud.
Orc Smasher to the captain.
Okay. That hits. Great.
Great.
All right.
Tell me that bastard's still alive. All right.
He's still alive, but he's hurt. He's not quite bloodied, but he's still up.
All right. All right. Then
Is that it for you?
I'm good.
Hey, Dazlin, you're up.
Wow, you're one tough guy. I mean, we give you a chance to surrender, but apparently you don't want to, so I'm going to try to carve my name on your chest.
Got the little birds chirping and everything. Y'all are out here swinging blades and beating each other in plate armor and shit. Birds are...
They're liking the show.
Yeah, right? 13. Yeah, it misses.
And that'll be it.
Okay. That's going to bring us to the captain. And he is going to go for another dagger on King Bruce. Uh, 16. 11 plus 5.
16 does not hit.
Mother of God. I'm going to land a hit on you.
You have.
One more. All right. That bandit. 3 hours before he wakes up. Bruce, you're up.
Alrighty. I am actually going to put away my glaive and I'm going to kick him in the nuts.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Jesus.
But I'm a halfling, so I can re-roll a natural 1 if I remember right. Is that what it is? Or is
Halfling luck, yeah.
Yeah. And does a 15 hit?
Just hits, yes.
All right, D4. I don't get a bonus, so 1 damage. I attempt to kick him in the nuts, whether it happens.
You couldn't quite reach.
Yeah.
You got him in the high thigh. Anything else you'd like to do, little Bruce? I mean, King Bruce?
Little Bruce.
Little Bruce.
Brucey.
I
Oh, Bruce.
I spit to the side. I'm done.
Oh, okay. Ding. All right, Boone, you're up.
The 19 hit.
It does, absolutely, for 1 damage.
1.
Hey,
And I say again, you still got time to surrender.
looks at you, said, I don't need no time. Anything else, Boone?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Gerwynn.
Another swing of the hammer. Damn, that missed.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
That's going to bring us back around to Dazlin.
Well, let's see. You got your chest smashed in. You're on fire. You know, you could surrender still if you want to. And I know he just tried to kick you and he spit on you. And well, I'm gonna try to carve my name in you again.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a crit. Oh,
Do you need me to figure that out for you?
Oh no, thank
Okay.
you. Oh, actually, well, I know what we're doing is max damage plus whatever it was.
Plus your mod, yeah. All right, so
It's a
that would be 16 plus 2, so
18.
18 total. Ooh. And with that, you just see him start hassling. Where did you hit him at? That where did you say carve your name on it? So you put the big
Yeah.
D on his chest, and you just
I'm just going right for his heart, right on the chest. Yeah.
and as you got the crescent of the D and then the big line, you went a little bit far on that with a little extra flourish and just kind of nicked an artery right there. So he's kind of like that, and you could just see he's in bad shape. He's in bad shape.
Then I'm gonna turn to everybody like, hey, make sure you guys cover your eyes and mouth. Don't get that in your mouth because you don't know where that guy's been.
Yeah. All right. Gerwynn, Dazlin, Bruce, roll an attack.
Oh, he's running.
Yeah, he's bouncing.
oh, I missed.
Bruce
Oh, I
did.
think that missed. Oh, I missed that motherfucker.
Wait, 14 doesn't hit him?
I don't
Mm-mm.
think so, no.
Oh,
15's his armor class. He takes his movement and an action dash.
what's that, 60 feet?
Yeah. So he is now put 60-foot distance between y'all.
Unfortunately for him, firebolts are 120 feet.
Oh shit.
My
right.
crossbow's ass.
So let's we'll continue on then. So that's him. Brings us to the bandit that has been stabilized. Bruce, you're up, followed by Boone. Let me zoom out a little bit. Hold on, let me set the
Okay.
No, you can go ahead. I need to change
Yeah, it
the
does-
perspective for the
Hey, there's another Gerwynn. Look at that.
told you. All right, we're good. What do you so
Gerwynn from the future is watching.
any reason why you rolled with advantage?
Oh, no, there isn't.
Okay, cool. Well, then you miss. It just as he's just chucking it, blood and smoke, it's hard for you to focus on all of that outside stuff from him, and you just kind of whiz it right past his ear. Anything else you want to do, Bruce?
Motherfucker. Okay. Next person.
That's not very kingly, but Boone, you're up.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah,
Does a 16 hit him?
it does.
9
does.
fire damage as he runs away, and I hurl a mote of fire at him, at his back.
And
Say,
you
him
just,
in the ass or something.
and you just you hear him yell out, "For fuck's sake!"
And he's still up, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. Anything else for you, Boone?
Should have surrendered.
Ooh, that's good.
See him flipping you the bird. Gerwynn, you were done, right, Boone?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right, Gerwynn, you're up, bud. Followed by Dazlin.
I miss.
The shot is true, but it just falls short. No pun intended. Hey, Dazlin, you're up.
I'm gonna go ahead and move my 25 feet up,
Okay.
and I've got my hand crossbow aiming at the very center of his back, like right below where his skull meets his spine.
Okay. Misses. It just kind of right through, right above the clavicle.
And I'll yell at him like, "That's okay. We'll just follow your blood trail because you'll be losing a lot of it now."
And he just says, "Shit!" And he's actually going to turn around at that.
Really?
Yeah, really.
He's got some balls.
Well, y'all haven't cut them off yet.
A no brains.
Let's see here. I'll go ahead and show it. Others.
Guy's playing like a PC, never surrendering. Don't know when to give up.
All right. He is going to reach down to his side, pull out his dagger. As he pulls it out, you see a bit of a flourish, just spins around in his hand. Then he catches it right by the tip, hucks that sumbitch right at you with a 10 to hit, which misses. So it flies past your head and kind of clinks off of this rock back here that you hear it just ding off of the rock. And he turns back around and he's going to haul ass for 30. All right.
We really got to kill this guy.
And that's going to bring us back up to the bandit that is restrained. Still has 3 hours to regain consciousness. Bruce, you're up, bud. This bandit is no longer restrained, but he is unconscious.
All right. I am going to attack with my cross.
Okay.
I think I'm in range.
Yeah, you should be.
Yep. Yeah, because it's 8.
Yep.
16. 16 hit.
It does, yes. What's your
7
damage?
damage.
7 damage. That's some good damage. He now just kind of starts. You see him just kind of limping. Your crossbow found its purchase in the back of the thigh, right where the 2 muscles in the leg meet. It missed the major arteries, but it's definitely it's going to leave a mark. He ain't moving anywhere fast, and I'm going to have his speed with that mortal injury.
The hunt's on, guys. And I end my turn.
All right, Boone, you're up, buddy.
Alrighty. Oh no! Don't do that again. Okay. I will try and get as close as I can. And he's still within range. Unfortunately for him. Roll well. 14. Now, firebolt goes just above his head.
Yep. Yeah,
Singes the bald spot on him.
Not the hair.
It was badly done anyway. I know a guy in Baldur's Gate.
All right, Gerwynn, you're up.
All right. I will go, what, 5, 10?
Oh, clearance comfort.
25.
Okay.
I will shoot my crossbow.
Great, let's do it. It's raining again.
Nope.
And this one, where the other one fell short, this one went far, but it went right between the legs. It like that far off from clipping him. But it did, in fact, not quite make contact. Dazlin, you're up.
So I'll go ahead and move my 25. And get my crossbow ready again.
Just hits. And with that, you find your mark that you missed before. And with that, he just kind of does that thing where the shoulder blades just kind of press back and kind of clench down on the bolt of the arrow. He reaches one hand back and puts it on the bolt in the back of his leg, and he's just like, falls to one knee, holds up his other hand. He's like, that's it. I can't go any further. Just make it merciful.
It looks like he stopped, guys. So, well, what do you all want to do?
I can either stabilize him or finish him.
I mean, we do have his friend. I mean, whatever you want to do.
You can either kill him or spare him.
He looks like he's in charge. He'll probably know more than the other guy, unfortunately.
I say question him. If he doesn't answer, kill him.
Yeah, and we got a backup.
It's easy to see that
Right.
he is on death's door.
Yeah. How many charges does a healer's kit have per day or something? Because I didn't read anything about that.
Pretty
You
sure
have
it's 3.
10.
Is it 10?
No, it's 10 charges. It's not a daily thing. You have 10 total, and then you need to buy a new kit.
Yeah. Well, if combat's over, I'm going to walk over and stabilize him.
Stabilize who?
The motherfucker with a scarf on his head.
He's stable.
Oh, he's stable?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to... Does anybody have any handcuffs?
Manacles?
Yeah.
It might.
I do
Yeah, I was
not.
going to say Dazlin might, but they're silk rope and fur.
Right.
They got fur on them. Yeah, it's okay. A little buttoning question in case the safe word is kumquat.
I was about to say my
We
safety word is
We have
pineapple.
rope. We have rope. No one has
Although that would probably scare him more than the manacles.
You use your staff.
Well,
Turn the bottom half into rope, tie him up, and then drag his ass, and then he can walk back.
I'd say
there you go.
I have rope. I'll just...
Plus
I
you
don't
got the
want
whip,
blood
too.
all over my nice...
You gotta use the staff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so where are the fellas? Okay.
All right, that's
Do I have
going to
rope?
take
I'm
us
sure
out of
somebody has-
initiative.
Yeah.
He's no
Yeah,
longer
I'm good.
hostile. He is.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Gerwynn can manacle. If he wants.
Yeah, I like Gerwyn's idea. Let's question him, and if he doesn't give us answers, we'll kill him because we do have his other friend. Go ahead, Gerwynn.
The other guy isn't going to wake up for a while. I would know that,
that's what-
right?
You question him because your persuasion's better. So, if you need to persuade him, I don't know.
Okay, how about
I can help you with that.
how about we drag him back over here by his buddies, so we can see what might happen to him if he doesn't answer our questions.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
if y'all can help me, we'll drag him back there. Oh, he
We'll
can
dra-
walk
we
though,
drag
right?
him back. Yeah,
Oh,
he
he's
can walk
messed
right to
up.
stable.
He can limp very slowly.
Well, that's what we make him do. Let him hurt.
Yep.
And
So
y'all
I
just,
like him to come back.
A little bit of sadism there,
So why did you guys attack us? Just out of curiosity. And I want the real answer, not the bullshit one.
who are you talking to?
Mr. Bandit King or whatever his name is.
Captain.
Oh, hell, he's not over there yet.
Oh, he's not.
Oh, it's going to take him a while. He's got a crossbow bolt in the back of his leg. I mean, this might as well be 42 miles to him. All right, we'll go ahead and put him over there just for brevity's sake. All right, go ahead, ask your question.
Why did you attack us today? And I want the real answer, not the bullshit one.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, he's going to come over here and sit down on this rock. He just coughs for a good couple minutes and finally produces a nice golf ball sized ball of blood and phlegm, and he just kind of looks at you, teeth just coated in crimson and lips got the whole drool and everything going. Like, he is effed up. Like, he is so effed up, using the whole non-censored word ain't even right. And he just kind of looks at you and he just says, I was just being a bandit. I was out here trying to collect the road tax. And he looks back at Gerwynn and he's like, man, I'm damn near certain I know you from somewhere.
You
And
keep
it-
saying that.
And then he just goes on to just be like, I ain't have no reason, really. That's the real reason. I just wanted y'all's gold. And
Insight.
that fancy staff you got, that's nice too. I mean, you ain't got to worry about me now. And this traitorous son of a bitch kind of looks at his buddy over there and nods his head.
Yeah.
I
if
guess
the
you never
far-
know anybody till you get them in a fight, huh?
So-
Am I buying this?
Give me insight. I mean, he doesn't have any reason to be lying to you when you think about it. But then
Yeah.
again, he's not the most savory types anyway, so you don't know.
So, do you report to anyone else, or are you actually in charge of these guys, or who sent you out here? Really, come on, tell us.
Somebody sent me out here. It's just what we do, man. We hang
Hey.
out over there in the Wyvern Tour. It's just a whole bunch of us. I ain't gonna tell you about none of them. You might as well kill me, but I ain't gonna give up. He looks at his buddy who's still unconscious and he kicks a rock at him. He's like, I ain't gonna give up my buddies unlike this sumbitch. You caught me fair and square, so I mean, you can either leave me here to die or do it, or I'll answer any questions you got about me or what I was doing out here. But I ain't telling you shit else that you don't already know. Everybody knows about the bandits at Wyvern's Tour. That jackass Harbin Wester's got a bounty on her head. Whatever.
Oh, really?
I found out about that last game.
Yeah, in fact, we heard about that. How many bandits are there in that Wyvern tour?
And I just told you I ain't gonna tell you. Quite a few.
Just take you back to Phandalin and let them execute you there. And collect the bounty.
Exactly.
I can't much say as I blame you. I mean,
Yeah.
all's fair,
Yeah.
right? Not like I won't trying to collect from you.
Honestly,
You just did it poorly.
Is that some bitch over there? And then he's like, oh, as he reaches across and he kind of flexes that muscle where that bolt is sticking. Could somebody, never mind, just leave it in there. Ah.
I walk up to him like right in his face, and I'm like, and I'm looking specifically to gauge his reaction when I say it. I say, "Have you heard of the black spider?"
Insight.
I'm rolling real dice.
That's fine. Just don't lie to me. And I'm not accusing you of lying to me either. That was just a poorly delivered joke.
Yeah,
I'm
right on.
sorry.
I forgive.
Need to
Thank
buy
you.
some dice. Let's roll 20
17.
dice.
15 plus
Right.
2.
Okay, and what was your question again? Just
I'm gauging his reaction on when I say black spider.
he out of the wince, the wince from when he just kind of caught that muscle just right. He kind of goes stone sour, looks at you, makes eye contact with you, and he's like, "Where'd you hear that name?"
I name drop Mr. Glassstaff, his actual name, which is notes.
Something with an I. Yonto. Yeah, Yano.
Right?
Yarno.
He says,
Yarno.
"All right." That old Glassstaff, he came out here recruiting folks. Morgan and Cassie. They won't hearing of it. You know, they was keeping us honorable. And a few of the fellas went off and they joined those Red Brand assholes, and this Black Spider came about, and they wanted us to continue on doing what we were doing, but it was with a little bit more ferocity than what we're currently doing it with. I mean, really, all we was going to do was rough you up for some gold. Like, they wanted purpose. And we just weren't. We weren't down for doing more than just making a living for us and ours.
Yeah.
And then he looks at you and he's like, you know what? You look familiar too.
He
Um,
said Morgan and Cassie, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he'll see my reaction when he says Morgan and Cassie, my parents.
And that's why he says you look familiar. Because then he's just like,
Oh, so he had a chat with my dear old mom and dad.
Are you saying this out loud? Or are you?
Why the hell not? Yeah, I'm saying it out loud.
He's just like Morgan Cassie's your mom and pa.
Yeah.
They're good folk. They're real good folk. As I say, they was keeping us honorable. Talking about the high 40, and we were all good for it. And then this dad class staff comes and he's talking about riches and power and fame and fortune and spells and magic and just. And he just snaps a twig, and you just see, and we're still working off of your insight, so you just see that it's like a frustration just comes over him that you would take as the only kind of frustration you get when someone has been challenged and disappointed morally and ethically, even if it is from a criminal folk.
Of course.
But you would understand with your mother and father being the thieving type.
Right. And it looks like we have similar frustrations about this glass staff guy and the black spider. If you could tell us anything that could help us, we are looking to end all the mischief that this black spider character and glass staff and all the like are causing on a poor little town, Phandalin.
And he just says, only thing I know about those some bitches is that black spider's got some sort of magic going on about him. Some sort of something or another. I know that once Morgan and Cassie went missing, they's gone about a 10-day, and then just out of nowhere, Morgan and Cassie just showed back up, but they want Morgan and Cassie.
Oh.
Because you see, got ways to communicate that we don't tell anybody else about, way to prove who we are and whatnot. And well, these whatever the fuck they were didn't pass our test. So we commenced to kicking that ass. And they changed into nothing. It was just like these blue gangly things. And they ran off. One of the other fellas in our group, rest his soul, he said he'd heard about these stories that his parents used to tell him back in Neverwinter about these things called doppelgangers.
Oh shit.
And that's really all I know.
And
that's
on that,
and that's all of it. And then he just kind of coughs up another good portion of blood, and he just says, "So if this Q&A's over, I'd much appreciate it if y'all just take me on back to Phandalin or kill me now."
but since you mentioned doppelgangers, can I do a history check, see if I might be able to remember anything of that?
Yeah, sure you can.
I lean over to him, and because my lay on hands is hugging, I give him like a little awkward side hug, and I give him 1 HP.
I ain't into. Wait, whoa, what? How many HP?
1 HP.
Okay. As soon as he feels the healing take over him, he kind of gives into it, and he's just like, "Oh, okay, I much appreciate it." And you see like a cut on his cheek close up, and let's see here.
And I want to give us just a minute, Bandit. I want to confer with my friends here for a minute, real quick.
The
before
name's
we decide
Tom.
what we're going to do with you.
Name's Tom.
Oh, hi, Tom. I'm Dazlin. So excuse us just for a second. So I kind of believe this guy. He doesn't know a lot what's going on. He did mention something about doppelgangers, which I'm sure my memory will come back to me. Maybe we should take him back to Phandalin and talk to the guy there, and maybe this guy might be someone that they could recruit to help in the town. I mean, he's awfully tough. He was just trying to help people. You know, he knew Bruce's parents, and he said that they were honorable. And I don't know. You know, I don't really
turn
think we
over
should
a
kill
new
him.
leaf, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And maybe he could help the town. I mean, maybe he could become like the militia leader or something. Just a thought. What do you guys think?
He's pretty stubborn. Was that you coughing or was that him coughing?
That was him coughing.
Okay.
I would have muted myself if it was me. But I am going to go grab some Tums while y'all are talking. I could still hear you, so don't talk no shit about me.
Roger that. Oh my gosh, you know what Khan did? Okay.
Dude, I had my glasses off. I couldn't check out his butt. Yes, I'm not disagreeing with that. I think it may be a good idea, though he's a bit stubborn.
To me, we just take him back and let the town decide what they want to do with him.
Right. Let whatever justice the town has for criminals.
I mean, there's always going to be another bandit.
Right.
I'm not like averse to just not necessarily letting him go, but maybe setting him up in a different life or something like that. I love turnaround stories. That's one of my
I think
redemption stories. Exactly.
That Dazlin has like, I think I'm trying to look up his name. What's his name back in town that with the
farm?
No, the guy running the town now. Our buddy.
Carbon?
Not the other one.
Sildar.
From the Lord's Alliance. Sildar. Yeah, he's the one in charge now, right?
Yeah, let's see what Sildar wants to do.
Yeah. And I'm sure will take our idea into consideration of making this guy part of the town as part of his penance. You know.
Yeah, community service.
Yeah, kind of a community service thing.
Yeah.
The town needs guards, and he knows people.
King Bruce is like just realized that
we can turn over all the bandit friends, his bandit friends, into town guards.
Yeah.
Now that we've opened up the routes and trade is happening, and shit like that.
King Bruce is like a little stunned because nobody has said anything about the big name drop that they were my parents and they're thieves and the high 40 and all that.
Oh, we didn't already know that? Well, we met your parents, right. But we didn't know your parents were. We didn't know that part about the criminals.
Why? And then I have let some facial expressions go, especially with the, like you said, they were the doppelgangers. But I was like, oh, he knew his parents. Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't remember if you guys know, but
yeah, I don't remember if we knew either. That's why I didn't react.
Yeah. Anyway,
let's just say we're surprised, but we're not speaking of it right now because it's Bruce's business. Yeah, and we have a prisoner to deal with.
Yeah, we got more important.
Well, I don't think y'all noticed it. His mother lifted 2 silver from him.
Right.
Outside of the town master's hall, town hall masters, whatever.
I think Gerwynn would be the only one who would notice passively. I think.
And I'm pretty sure you caught her trying to lift a ration, and then she was just like, "Oh well, we haven't eaten in so long." That was when y'all first encountered her. I almost think that y'all do know.
Okay.
Or at least it was alluded to. I'm not 100% certain either, though. But if not, now they do.
I mean, you can't choose your family.
Right. But yeah, we're going back to Phandalin. We're trying to find Cragmaw. We didn't say anything about Cragmaw after combat. We could probably mention that on the way, but
Oh yeah, we can ask him what he knows about it as we go.
If he knows anything. Yeah.
But we do have his hands tied just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
Where did
Don't
the-
forget, we got his buddy too.
Where did the rope come from? Because if it's the rope
I
from
have-
Polaris's pole is now a rope.
I
Until it's not.
I have rope on me
Okay, cool.
in
I
my
just want to
pack,
make sure.
So yeah.
And what are y'all doing with the unconscious one who is now kind of, he's on his side in the half fetal position with his hands tucked
Right.
under his head, just kind of every now and
Can
again
we
he'll kick a
wake
leg.
him up? Can we wake him up?
I
Or
mean,
is he
you
just unconscious until
you could slap him about
he
the head and
recovers
face.
enough?
You slap
Well,
him
tie-
about the head and face.
We'll connect them, like the captain's hands are tied with the rope, and we take the rope over to the other guy. And then since it's 50 foot and we'll tie it around all our waists.
Okay,
We're
gotcha.
tiny, we're tiny, and these guys are human, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so they're taller than us, not necessarily stronger than say Gerwynn and Bruce. I'm sure you two are pretty strong. But we'll
That's a
tie
good
the rope
idea.
around like my waist and Dazlin's waist and Bruce and all four of us. Their hands are tied, and then the ropes around our waist, and we're all chained.
Got you.
I would say
daisy
before we
chain
did
action.
that though, we need to go and investigate the dead guys, see if they got anything good on them.
Oh. You
Pick up
guys
the
are gonna
dagger
loot
that he
bodies?
threw.
Okay. All right. It is a decently crafted dagger. There's nothing extravagant about it. It's just a really nice throwing dagger.
Oh yeah, I look at the bandit leader and I'm like, you want me to remove that crossbolt for you?
And he just says, well, I ain't no cleric or no kind of doctor, but I'm thinking we might need to leave that in there until I'm you know what? I ain't trying to insult you. But I think we need to leave the medicine to the medical folk.
Well, I do
Yeah.
have leeches. I mean, that was a joke, but yeah.
Little bloodletting.
We'll kind of bandage it up as we can so he doesn't bleed out on the trip.
I
We
really
literally have a
appreciate it.
cleric.
And Dazlin, you're as soon as the word doppelganger is mentioned, you remember back from all the stories that were told around Gillybrook and everything else of these shape-shifting changeling creatures. Like back then, it was it kind of ribbing folk and whatever else, just be, oh, you're just a changeling, because all kinds of distortions and whatnot. So from the legend and lore, that doppelgangers are able to disguise themselves as other humanoids, almost to a near perfect facsimile of the time that they were last seen. As for any personality traits, characteristics, things of that sort, going by what Tom was able to tell you, you could determine that they have to capture, incarcerate, and continually interrogate the person they're trying to assimilate, or a near seamless assimilation, which would explain Harbin Wester being locked up. And don't forget y'all's
Awesome.
inspiration die.
Yes, sir. I think I had that.
And it's a little bit past our break time, so let's get caught up on our XP, and then we'll take a really quick break, if that's cool with y'all, or we can keep going.
A little break, I think, would be good. Please,
Okay.
please.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay, so
XP.
Do y'all want me to break this down for each of the encounters, or just give you the total and let y'all divide it?
Just give us the total and we'll divide it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 700 divided by 4. Let me know when y'all are ready with that.
Yep.
Okay. And then I've got 5 for Gerwynn for an encounter with Toblin. 10 for each of y'all for a encounter with Sister Gariel. 5 extra for Bruce. I don't know why. And then 25 for Bruce for the snake. And that's got us good caught up on the XP.
Okay.
I'll just put that in. And was that just today?
No, that was finishing up for last week also. Anyway, what's up everybody in YouTube land, YouTubeville? We are back and on the trail to Phandalin. We've got the now named Tiny Terrors of Phandalin in the house. Just took out a bandit squad. Got 2 bandits in tow. One of the ones in tow has been shot in the thigh. They're messed up, man. They put a hurting on them. So how do y'all proceed? It would be after the interrogation, the combat and everything. That was about almost afternoon. Before we're going to put it right at noon.
At high noon.
Okay. In that case, we're gonna take a few minutes and eat, but not feed the prisoners.
Okay, little short rest action, and you're gonna have Tom and Bob, the other bandit, we'll call him Bob. Just gonna kind of have them watch you crunch down on some trail mix and hardtack. And,
So I know I've asked this before. For a short rest, do we get any of our hit points back? I always forgot.
you have to spend your hit dice.
You have to spend. Mm-hmm.
I mean, we didn't did we loot the bandit leader? Because
Oh, that's right. You wanted to loot the bandits. Okay, let's
Yes, please.
let's
Wow,
retcon
yes.
that.
Because otherwise he'd probably have food rations on him, or he's stupid. We probably do weaponize.
Give me
them.
a insight check.
Me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Insight's +2. So. That is a 19.
Okay, so you realize that their rations that they're carrying on them through looting them, which in the looting you find, I'm just going to give you all gold pieces. The bandit captain, he is carrying 12 gold, and then his hands and around his neck and bracelet, he's carrying assorted jewels with different gold rings, bracelets with different jewels.
I'm not looting him.
Uh,
I would not loot him.
Yes.
Okay, well, I mean, this is what he's got.
You guys can. I'm not going to loot him because he's, we're neutral.
Like family.
I mean, right. I have no problem with bandits that are just, out there trying to make a living. I mean, a little
Wait,
problem.
He's our prisoner. He doesn't get to keep his stuff.
So
Okay, if you guys want to take
the
it,
other
that's
three
fine.
of us will loot them.
Okay,
Yeah.
you guys take it. I'm not.
Me and Gerwynn will go.
We're gonna
through
roll
stuff.
these guys.
Yeah,
The dead, sure, but not the bandit. Not the.
Oh,
guy
yeah.
that's alive.
both of them.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm taking their shit.
The captain's got about
That's right.
35 gold in assorted jewelry, and the bandit underling, he's got about 7 gold various knickknacks. He's got a harmonica.
Hard.
Like
Yeah, I'll take the harmonica.
I tossed that to Dazlin. Yeah.
a half-eaten ration bar.
He can keep that.
And did I already say 7 gold?
Yep.
Roger that. Yeah.
7 gold, and then of course they've got their dinged up weapons. Who picked you? Who picked up the captain's dagger?
I did.
Gerwynn.
Okay, I thought so. So you've got a dagger. He has another dagger that's used for stabby.
Which actually, can I have that one?
You're looting him. What are you asking me for?
Yep.
Oh, I make sure. Hey, I'll take the other dagger, the stabby one.
He's like, no, I want it.
No, they don't get to hold their weapons.
Yeah.
We can keep their weapons and hand them over to Sildar, but they can't be armed while they're prisoners.
Right. And all in total, you got 5 scimitars, 3 of which are broken, and by broken, they're like heavily dinged from combat and hitting the ground and hitting in the shin and whatever else.
Okay, I'm leaving the broken ones behind and just taking the solid ones.
Okay, 4
2 non-broken.
4 light crossbows, all in total 26 bolts that are still in good repair.
You 3 have crossbows. Do you want to split these bolts?
Please.
Well,
I think I
with a
lost
light,
like 5 then.
yeah, that's good. That's
Go
good.
ahead.
Will a light crossbow bolt though fit a hand crossbow bolt? Because a hand would be smaller though, right?
Right.
So no.
So yeah, I won't be able to take any because for the hand crossbow. But I think Gerwynn's got a light crossbow, and I think Bruce has a light crossbow, right?
Okay, so just split them in half. That's 13 each.
I mean, Bruce doesn't want anything, right?
I didn't want anything from anybody that's alive.
So how about the dead guys? What they got? They got anything good?
Okay, cause I'm annoyed with Bruce's shit. I give all 26 bolts to Gerwynn.
I'm fuming.
The first dead bandit, 3 gold. Second dead bandit, 4 gold. Third dead bandit, 6 gold. And that's all of them.
Thank you, sir.
Bulbous nose.
I will add all this gold up and add it to our sack. And I heard that.
All I heard was damn bulbous. Love it. I love it. Absolutely.
I know you're just making sure you heard it.
Fine.
Oh, and leather armor. It's got a few holes in it. There would be 4 sets of that. And
Is that worth anything?
The condition of it would vary. The ones that have holes in it and blood stained, you're not going to get a whole lot for it.
I'm not taking the armor unless any of you guys do. Because I don't care.
Well, I have Tinker's tools. I can actually use that to repair the armor.
And the bandit captain has studded
Studded.
leather.
Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm putting all the gold in our pink sack for now, and when we get back, if you guys want to split it up, then we can.
Mm-hmm. So and then like yeah, we're gonna tie up the prisoners and ropes and shit so that they don't
Okay.
Yep.
They're all tied up. And y'all mind if I get y'all back on the trail while y'all are tidying up your notes?
Yep.
Go
So
for
y'all,
it.
y'all have had your lunch, going over the spoils. Bruce and Boone have a little bit of back and forth about crossbow bolts and whatnot, and y'all find yourself back on the Tribord Trail, heading towards Phandalin. As y'all are just kind of marching along, you find that the sun is kind of meeting the horizon. I will move y'all on the map where y'all need to be. See the stuff and things. By y'all, I mean Gerwynn.
Sunsetting the sun. Yep.
Yep. I really do like that word sunsetting with like when they're retiring. Anyway, this is where y'all are at, and the night is coming up on y'all pretty quick. Y'all are more than welcome to walk through the night or set up camp wherever along here. It's up to yous.
Well, everybody, the sun's going down. We're so good. Many miles away from Phandalin. Of course, we got these prisoners here. Do you guys want to camp here and then continue in the morning?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
I know I could use a long rest.
I don't really want to run into any highwaymen that I can't make out. Well, I guess I have my new Polaris bowl though.
Gonna
I
make
guess
out
I
with
could
who?
make-
That's what I was thinking.
Oh no, nothing like that.
We see the two bandits kind of take a sideways step away from Bruce as he says he wants to make out with them.
Whoa. Just kill me now.
He did have crabs once.
You stabbed me with
Nice.
something. Stabbed me with a dagger.
Right?
There's a reason why you don't mess with people's blood.
Well, I call it a dagger.
Oh my.
So I say we make camp like maybe close to the trees so we can keep an eye on the trail. Right here is good.
Yeah, we don't need these guys' friends showing up.
We could tie him to a tree.
King Bruce.
Oh, yeah.
said something about a croque-monsieur.
Croque-monsieur.
So I guess we can set up camp. I'll take first watch if that's okay with you all.
Yeah, Bruce will have to sit up with one of us because he can't see very well in the dark.
I mean, I could use my staff. It lights up like 20 feet, I think.
It would also, you know
Let
what?
people
You're
know
more
we're
than
there.
Yeah.
But I give
It
our
would
I'm sorry
also
for
be a
opening
big
my mouth.
beacon saying, "Hey, bright light, rob us here.
Yeah. We're over here,
Welcome.
guys.
Welcome to Walmart.
Fine.
get your shit and get out. Oh, sorry. I said out.
Get your shit and get out." Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Who am I watching with?
You're Dazlin because
What
I'll
ship do you
choke
want? The first
tonight.
one?
Okay. Well, it's good that it isn't with Boondoggle. So.
Oh,
We're slightly
That's
annoyed
fine.
at each other.
yes, y'all are. I see that.
So I think as we're getting ready to bed down for that, make camp and stuff, I'm gonna remember what I remembered about doppelgangers, and then come to the conclusion of like, okay, so yeah, guys, when they mentioned doppelgangers, I remembered stories, and yeah, Harbin Weston, he had a doppelganger, and there was 2 doppelgangers of Bruce's parents. We gotta be really careful because I didn't think doppelgangers existed, but now we know they do. And so, Bruce, we gotta make sure those were really your parents. Got me rescued from there, which it sounds like it was because they beat the crap out of the other guys. But yeah, it's kind of scary. We don't know who's really who anymore.
I don't know if they beat the crap out of anyone, but my mom did steal 2 silver from me, and that is just like her. So I would think that I would think that those were my parents. I would know.
Okay.
And also, why would they be doppelgangers imprisoned? That doesn't add up to everything that we've. Unless there's something we don't know, that doesn't add up to anything.
That's true. What I meant earlier when they beat the crap out of him was this guy we got here and his friends beat up the doppelgangers who were impersonating your parents. That's how they found out they're doppelgangers.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, and before we start getting into watches and stuff like that,
Bruce hunting.
Exactly.
Okay. How about you describe how you'd like to go and hunt for some deer, and how elaborate was y'all's camp set up so I can determine what time of day it is, whether y'all are in full on darkness now or if y'all are at dusk?
It's a simple lay out our bedrolls, build a small fire.
Okay. All right. Got it. Yeah. So you are now in the twilight hours. You've
Okay.
got your camp set up. You've got a few minutes if you want to go out and, I'd say probably 30 to 60 foot around camp. So you're not caught out after dark is what
Right.
you'd be able to accomplish before it got dark. So if you want to go beyond 60 foot, you're more than welcome to, but that's your range. Otherwise you're in the dark.
I say 30.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
It looks like Bubkiss. It's Bubkiss 6.
Yeah, you try and you're over there beating bushes, maybe trying to find another snake like you were successful with before. And as you hunt along, you just come across some berries and some different kinds of funguses, fungi.
Yeah, and I was just hunting because I was working out some anger about Boondiggle because I know we still have to work together.
Yeah, come on, let's unpack that. Let's talk about that
Yeah.
anger.
Yeah, I just I get my crossbolts out and at this point I didn't see shit for a good 5-10 minutes, 15 minutes, looking around, especially with Twilight not helping. And just at one point I just start firing crossbolts angrily into a tree. I assume there's trees. There's trees.
Yeah, you're in a forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
How many did you fire?
3.
Mark those off your inventory. Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, it's been a big day, man. You've got a whole lot of emotions going on.
We
Yeah,
should
I'm
just
like,
start
"Damn,
throwing rocks into the trees to see
I'm
if he goes after him.
Frickin' Boondiggle with his bandits aren't that great at people. Let's just take all his stuff, even though he's alive. He doesn't need it. We're gonna leave him penniless.
He's a bandit.
I mean, it's the same. It's the equivalent of saying, "Look, think of the real world. We're arresting a criminal, and we're gonna when criminals go to prison and jail, do they keep everything in their pockets? No, they empty it all out.
Keep it somewhere else.
They just keep it somewhere else. Exactly.
Yeah, they stuff it someplace else, buddy.
I mean, there is a thing called a prison pocket, and I'll let your imagination think of what that is.
Editing's going to be so much fun.
Now,
I'm
is
gonna
Bruce
get-
saying all this stuff out loud, or is
Yeah,
No,
from
he-
Kaos, and they're just going to be swear words.
He's off
You
in the
asked.
woods. Like, y'all can't even hear this. I'm just letting the dialogue go because it's fun. All right. So what are you up to now, Bruce? How do you return to camp? Like, what's the demeanor there? Are you just
I take a deep breath and I'm thinking about lying, but then I remember I'm lawful good. So I'm because I wanted to come back with something and be like, well, Boondiggle doesn't get to have any of this. But that doesn't happen. So I just look kind of sullen and I walk up forward.
So,
Okay.
Boondiggle says, "Okay, mighty hunter, where's the venison?"
Oh, Boondiggle.
Oh, all I ran into was nothing. So, yeah.
Well, I might go try hunting. That's a good try, though, Bruce. I mean, we all have our days.
I open my rations and just start
See any
digging in.
birds? I think
I-
he should.
I look at him for a second and I'm like, well, shit. I knew I forgot something.
All right.
And yeah, and I start getting ready for bed.
Okay. And then Dazlin with his remembrance of the doppelgangers from the childhood stories and everything. That's when this conversation would take place. And Gerwynn, what are you up to?
I'm just sitting,
Okay.
eating a ration, watching this
Shit show.
Call it shit show.
like, like just entertainment. It's entertainment.
Dinner and a show.
Actually, I think I might try to go hunting, just because yeah.
All right. All right. What are you up to, Boone?
Besides annoying Bruce,
Or just that, whatever.
I mean, annoying Bruce and eating my ration and keeping a half eye on tied up prisoners.
Cool.
I palm one of my rations and I try to covertly give it to the prisoner while I walk over him. I'm like, so how you guys doing? You healed up any? And I just kind of pass the ration. What?
Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Everybody sees you.
I'm not saying anything. I like whatever.
And they just they look at you, Bob and Tom, and they're just like, thank you. And then they just they scarf it down with a ferocity. They're just famished. And
I
then
give the evil eye, and while that's happening, I give the evil eye to Boondiggle.
Okay. And
I think I look at Bruce and just kind of like nod and kind of wink, like hey, good for you, man.
All they're doing is they're just kind of conversing back and forth, kind of. At one point, you see him comparing wounds, and then the other guy, Bob, he's kind of slides as far away as he can at the end of the binding between them, and then you just see the bandit captain, and you can tell that he remembered back to the betrayal, and then they just kind of turn their backs to each other. And then Dazlin heads off to go do some hunting. So how about you describe your hunting, your foray into the forest? And then give me a survival check or a nature check. Survival, nature, survival, trail mix.
Oh, shit.
Nature zone.
So since I can see in the dark, I'm like, and I can't feel bad for Bruce. Like, I understand he was trying to go out and do something, and I went out and there's a little bit past where Bruce went, and I see the tree like he shot the bolts at, and I'm trying to hunt for some deer just along the edge of the forest.
Yeah, you aren't able to find any deer, but you do find a whole I just forgot the term for a passel of rabbit. You find
Brachicones?
Yeah, you find a whole pack of rabbits. You find like a whole rabbit village.
I wouldn't want to kill all of them. I'll just take like 3 or 4 of them, because I want to kill all the rabbits.
And
kill the rabbit, and in fact, in my head, went kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit.
And that rabbit, and you do. You are successful.
Is there something a rabbit?
Yeah, it's an old Bugs Bunny song.
Mm-hmm.
Elmer Fudd.
Kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit. It's one of the opera ones.
So I'd bring it back to back to the camp. Like, oh, look what I got, guys. Like cook these up. We can make some stew out of them, or I can roast them, or something like that. They could be really good.
Wow, Dazlin, I am super impressed. That was really good.
I look down, still eating my ration, shaking my head, just kind of chuckling, like, knocking the crumbs out of my beard. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Look on Bruce's face. It's perfect.
Y'all are going to kill me. Awesome. And I'll go ahead and say that you're successful in cleaning them and dressing them and skewering and preparing.
I'll build up the fire. I'll cook one of them.
Excellent. All right.
We'll have a roast rabbit by morning.
And whenever y'all are ready to proceed into the nighttime stuff. Bruce, I would assume that you're doing your ritual to Polaris. Anyone else doing anything before watches begin? And who's on the first, second, and third watch?
Bruce and I are the first, and I think
Okay.
I would probably take out my new. Now I have 2 daggers. So I'm kind of like in both hands, like trying to flip it over like the other guy was trying to do, but not as fancy. You know, but yeah.
Have you ever seen a bartender take a bottle and spin it on the top? That's what he did.
Mm. I'll take second watch.
Okay. All right.
I'll
First
take the
watch.
last watch.
All right. First watch. Go ahead and give me roll a d20, and y'all can roll one each.
Okay. Just a straight D20? 3.
That is correct, sir.
3.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all can't really notice anything.
Oh yeah, during the watch I look at Dazlin and I'm like, you know, you did a good job catching those bunnies, man. Good job. He's trying to be nice, but he's a little jealous at the same time as being pissed off at Boondiggle.
Well, thank you, Bruce. I understand. I know you're frustrated and things like that, but yeah, they are bandits, and we did spare their lives. So I think to us, that's payment enough for them. And of course, if we get them back to Phandalin and they can help the people there, I think that would be a really good thing for everybody. But I understand your dilemma with taking things off of the living ones. But they're gonna who knows how many people they killed. Get that gold and things like that. So, but I know you try to get a deer, and we appreciate that. But everything will be okay. All right, just have some rabbit, and you'll get to feel better. And I think I'd give a little bit to the 2 the guys who are captive. I know Bruce gave them the ration earlier, but I give them just a little bit of rabbit each.
They wake up, and at first they're a little bit startled, and then the smell and the sight of rabbit hits them at the same time, and they just kind of very quietly laying down, but they reach up a hand each and grab whatever part of the rabbit you're handing them. And Bob, he takes a big old bite and then stuffs the rest in his pocket. And then Tom, he just devours his. And
I hope it was good.
The rest of your watch goes on without anything of any kind of to bring y'all's attention to it. As far as y'all could tell, nothing. Anything else y'all want to do, or I guess just wake up Boone and
Yep, just wake him up.
okay.
Wake up, Boone!
What?
I kind of kick him awake a little too hard.
Oh,
Bruce.
Mm.
Good morning.
My nose gets red in anger. And then I just sit myself by the fire ready for my night.
Okay. And whenever
I angry turn in.
whenever you're ready, roll me a d20, please.
Me?
No. Boom.
2.
Yeah, unless nothing happens on your watch, unless there's anything you specifically want to do.
No, just normal watch stuff. Maybe, a little snacking. Checking out our prisoners, making sure they're, secure and...
Tom is snoring loudly. Like I think somebody deviated his septum.
No, that's it for me. Just keeping an eye out on everything.
And, you wake Gerwynn up, and Gerwynn is now... Go
I
ahead.
wake him up gently.
And with love.
It's time to get up. And,
Bruce is over sleeping.
and if there's anything you'd like to do specifically on your watch, Gerwynn, let me know. Otherwise, just roll a d20 whenever you're ready.
Jesus. What do I want to do? I'm good for now. I'm just relaxing, eating an early breakfast,
Okay.
and watching the chapters.
All right. Yeah, and they're just they're injured sleeping. Like they're in a hardcore sleep, you know what I mean? It's like their body is trying to fix itself, so they haven't offered y'all any kind of trouble overnight. And the morning comes as it does on most days. This day, a lot like the others. Got a nice little rabbit stew going. Your prisoners are they're halfway awake, but they're still kind of laying down. The soreness from the previous day's encounter is now set in on top of their injury, so it's literally insult to injury now for them. Bob gives the normal grumbles that you would expect from a captain, and then he soon realizes that he's no longer a captain, he's now a prisoner. Tom, now remorseful for, his almost betrayal on the previous day, but they both seem to be somewhat thankful that they're still alive and in what seems to be good company. And with that, how are y'all beginning your day?
Except for Boondiggle. No, I'm kidding. And with that, I wake up and I've kind of shaken off half of it. So instead of I've gone from being pissed at Boondiggle to just under neutral. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I think I get my harmonica out and just like blow a couple of notes and like look at it and maybe I should watch this first.
And Boone, Gerwynn, what are y'all up to?
Just readying for the day, packing up the
Rolling
shit,
my
making.
bags up.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't forget we got rabbit stew for breakfast.
Okay. And y'all hit the road. Y'all are back on the old Tribor Trail. Coming down the road, you come to the crossroads of Phandalin. It's about it's a little bit past noon now, where Tribord Road meets the turn to Phandalin. Anything y'all want to do? I'd say it's probably about noon 30, 1 o'clock. Or just keep on trucking.
And just curious, can we? I mean, not only mark Cragmaw Castle on that map there, but can we see any part of it at all from the road, like where we are right now?
Mm-mm. No, it's from the description you got, it's like in the forest.
Cool. All right.
Anything y'all want to do, or just head on to Phandalin?
Nope. I
Okay.
think back to town.
All right. Put y'all right there on Phandalin, and by now it's coming up on that part of evening where the sky is turning, off in the west. It's turning a nice orange and purple and pink and all the kind of different hues. Gerwynn, as y'all enter town, you are looking over at the smithy and kind of hearkening back as to the first time y'all entered this town, and the red brand over there smoking his pipe propped up on the pole outside of the smithy's place. And you look over across the road, and you see your buddy Droop out there in front of a sign, and he's got Dogmaster over there, and Dogmaster's got his wolves, and Cade's wolf is back with Dogmaster, and they're all kind of sitting out there. Droop is working on the sign. Dogmaster is looking at the sign, and as you look over there, you see the sign. It says future home of Droop dogs, food, fish, and familiars. And then as you look a little bit closer, Only because at this time, Dogmaster's over there and he's like, you forgot the and. And you see Droop in there pencil in and between Droop dogs. So it's Droop and dogs. Food, fish, and familiars. So these two little goblins are setting up a little shop right here on the edge of town of Phandalin. And I will bring y'all up to the Phandalin map. There it is.
Oh, I think I've seen that bard, Droop Dog, before. You ever seen him in town, guys?
And y'all are right here. And that is the future home of Droop Dogs. Food, fish, and familiars.
Yeah, I think Droop Dogg's got 2 G's in his name, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Droop Doggy.
Dog.
Droop Dog. Droop Dog.
Of course, the and is going to be really little, so it's going to be forever known as Droop Dogs.
It is very little. Like, it was definitely an afterthought. It was Droop Dogs. And then Dogmaster was like, you forgot the and. So now Droop is over there and he's got a little tiny and in there.
Well met.
All right, so
Droop. Yep.
y'all are back in Phandalin.
I put in the Roll20 chat what our gold splits down to. So that's for everybody.
Thank you, sir.
So the pack's now empty.
I mean, we're gonna. Well, that doesn't include any price for the crossbows, the scimitars, or the armor.
Right.
That's just the gold.
That's Lion Shield Coster type stuff.
Yeah.
And as y'all are walking in, Droop and Dog, they both stop, and Droop, he waves at you, and then Dogmaster starts heading y'all's way.
Hey, Droop, hi, Dogmaster.
Oh, there's still a good distance away. And they just wave, and then Dogmaster, he's coming over. I mean, y'all could stop and meet up with him, or he can find y'all further in town. It's up to y'all.
First.
Do what?
We got prisoners to take care of first.
Yeah, what do y'all want to do? Like, y'all got 2
We're
prisoners.
To the town masters.
Okay. All right. And
We'll wave at the goblins.
okay, and as y'all pass all the places in town, Droop Dogs, Barthens, of course you meet Pip and Carp. They're both hanging out at Barthens. Pip runs over and he's doing his old Pippy type stuff, bouncing all over the place. And he just says, y'all ought to come by Mom and Dad's later on tonight. Yeah, I can just smack it in. He's invited y'all to the Stone Hall Inn. And then Carp.
You said that was Pip?
Yeah, Pip.
I'm going to give him 2 copper and tell him to go fetch Bruce's parents.
Okay. He looks at
Tell
the
him
copper.
to bring it to the town master.
He looks at the copper. He says, thank you. And then he just does like Pip. Does like
Or
Pip
candy.
does. And then Carp, he comes running over. And he just says, Mama sure would like to see y'all. Whenever y'all want to come by the farm, y'all are more than welcome. We got the hayloft all ready for you. And then he says, alrighty, well, I'm going to head on home. He says, bye, Pip. And Pip turns around and says, see you tomorrow, Carp. And then anyway, back to the game. Yeah. Y'all make it to the town master's hall with no incident other than, people like saying thank you so much. As y'all look around the town, people are just beaming, smiling. Like, people are walking around with food. It's amazing. Like, it's sacks of things, and you've got 2 goblins y'all could have killed, but y'all showed mercy and rescued, and the town took them in and now they're starting a business? Y'all got 2 people that tried to rob you. Who knows what's going to happen to them? I don't know, but they ain't laying in a ditch dead like their buddies. Y'all make it to the town master's hall. As y'all are walking up the steps between the 2 columns, you see posted on the thing where it's talking about the bandits of Wyvern Tor and the bounty that's in place for them, and then scrawled underneath, very hard to read, Harbin Wester.
Oh.
Yo, knock knock.
Oh, you know what? I need to fix this. Daggone it.
Cameras?
Yeah, I forgot to make it full screen, so it's a little bit wonky, but I don't... Whatever 8 people watch, they'll be okay with it. All right. Yes, the door opens up. It's Sildar. You got Harbin behind the desk. 2 lanterns burning through the back windows. Not lanterns burning through the back windows. 2 lanterns burning, period, through the back windows. You can just see all kinds of activity on the street and whatever else. Behind you, past the building behind there, you see people starting to head into Stonehill Inn. You see people heading towards the Sleeping Giant. Like, there's actual true traffic on the roads now. People aren't scared. It's a good feeling.
Nice.
We did this.
And Sildar just says, "Hey, welcome back. Need to use the prison?"
Yeah. We got an idea though. We want to run past you.
Sure.
First, before we put this, because I want to say this in front of the prisoners. We were talking, because I don't think they heard us say this, but you see these 2 were from that Wyvern Tour group that's been harassing people.
See Harbin kind of sit up in his chair.
Yeah, them. And I believe this guy's one of their captains, or if not the captain, but high up muckety muck type dude.
Harbin looks past Sildar, kind of straightens himself back up. And what are you proposing?
Well, the town needs guards. And these guys can fight. Although, keep an eye on this one, and I point to the captain. He's got a stubborn streak to him.
He's really tough, too.
He's also got a bald spot where I burned out his hair. I just had to point that out.
Sildar chuckles.
Don't worry, it'll grow back.
Probably.
So, I'm thinking... And this is where Bruce's parents come in, though they should be showing up here any minute. I set Pip for him. And then I load him up on candy.
And then Sildar just says, "You think that
me.
kid can remember that?"
He's been pretty good so far.
Ugh.
I think it's just the key is give him some copper so he can get some candy.
That was you?
Hey.
Yes.
You're going to need a bigger cell. I'm just kidding.
I don't take up that much space. Anyway, our proposal, and it's totally your thing because you're the town master and you do what criminals do, whatever you want.
About that. We've reinstated the real Harbin. We came to an agreement while y'all were away. We spoke with the townsfolk and what would be considered the leaders of the townfolk. And the way things are going and the way Harbin was doing how he could before, we figure we'll give him another shot. And if not, Elmar's ready to step in.
It was the fake Harbin who brought in the red who's-he what's-its, right?
Yeah.
Not this one.
No.
And he was a doppelganger.
A what? Did you just say doppelganger?
Yeah, sorry, Boone. Yes, the fake Harbin was a doppelganger. This guy can tell you about it.
And he looks at Boone, he looks at Gerwynn, and he looks at Bruce, and he looks back to Gerwynn, and he says, "Is this true?" And he looks at Boone, and, "Is this true?"
Of course, we can tell.
They told us.
Captain What's His Nuts over here knows something about it. We got some information from him. And then I'll go kind of elbow the guy and say, tell him what you told us about.
And then he says, can I sit down? Do y'all have I'm really hurt. And Isildur looks at him and he's like, you give us some information, we'll take care of you. Like, okay, but can I sit down? Isildur kicks a chair out for him and pushes him down in the chair. And then the bolt that's still in his back kind of rubs between the slats. And he's like, ah! And Isildur looks and he goes, oh, right. And then he looks back at the door because he hears doop, 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 doop. He hears little Pip bouncing up every step. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum.
See, I told you. You just fuel the kid with candy, and he'll do what you need him to do.
And then Pip comes bounding in. Hey, Mr. Boone, I got him. They're here. And then Isildur just says, Pip, calm down. And he looks at you and he's like, please, no more sugar. And he looks at looks back at Pip and he's like, Pip, I need you to go and get Sister Gariel. Pip says, okay, but that'll be 2 coppers. Isildur looks at you and he's like, pay the kid.
I do, happily. 2 copper.
And then Isildur just says, all right, we've got Sister Gariel on the way. She's a cleric from the Shrine of Luck. She'll get you taken care of now. You tell it true. And he just goes on about everything with Cassie and Morgan. And by now Cassie and Morgan have also entered in the room, even though y'all are a lot of tiny folk that sit in the biggest of places. And it's getting a little bit crowded in there, but everybody shuffles around and makes room. It's definitely cozy. And then as soon as Cassie and Morgan come in, they're like, Tom, Bob, what the? And then Bob, he just kind of holds up the manacles and you're like, oh, you got pinched, huh?
And after all the intros or whatever, I'm going to turn to Bruce's folks and say to them, well, here's our idea. And I want to get your opinion since you've worked with these folks. How do you think they would look at going legit and being town guards?
Morgan speaks up and he says, well, he points to Tom.
You guys have some leadership abilities that might even be good for you guys to, maybe run the whole shebang.
I don't know. Morgan
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, Morgan just says, I don't. Yeah, no, we kind of got a good thing going on right now. We've been talking to the
this
proprietor.
Is a better thing.
Well, we've been talking to the proprietor of the Sleeping Giant Inn, and I don't know. We'll talk about that later. But this one right here, and Morgan points to Tom. He's a hell of a fella, but you can't even trust this sumbitch to keep his own secrets, much less anybody else's. So I wouldn't trust him with any kind of information. And then he points over to the bandit captain, and he says, a lot of people would call him misguided, but I don't think you can be misguided when your heart's in the right place and you're just a victim of your circumstances. I ain't never met no finer. I believe with the right conditioning and shown the right considerations, I do believe that he would make a fine captain of your guard. And then Bob's just like, Morgan, I appreciate that, but Sildar,
Sildar?
man, I can't remember this guy's name. Lord's Alliance fella, listen. Yeah, I was telling these folks, and Cassie, Morgan, remember when y'all went missing? And they're like, of course we do. Like, well, about a 10-day later, y'all showed up. And they said, we ain't never do no such thing. And he said, no. Not y'all, but it was y'all, but it won't y'all. It was some sort of doppelganger thing. And, we gave them the test, and they didn't pass the test. And then Cassie and Morgan are like, that silly-looking blue piece of shit. two of them kept coming by the cells, and they would ask me and Morgan all kinds of questions. And then Harbin said, "Wait a minute. I remember that also." And then Bob goes, "See, I told you." And he looked at all y'all, and then about that time, Sister Gariel shows up. Except she busts through the door. "Sildar, how are you here?" And Sildar says, "What do you mean, how am I here?" "Raiden just got back and said you were up by Thunder Tree and that you were going to take Glassstaff, Yarno, to never... How are you here?" And Sildar just says, "Holy shit."
You can say that again.
Okay.
Wait. Who's the fake? As I point my wand at Sildar.
And Sildar just says, "I ain't been out of this town and I don't know how long, but whatever you need me to do to prove I'm me." And then by that time, Bob says, "Well, it seems to me that those dopply fuckers didn't know what they didn't find out. So is there something this fella would know that there's no way those fellas would know? The doppelganger planks things?"
Oh, King Bruce turns to Gerwynn.
Where's the current location of Gerwynn's cousin?
Are you asking?
I'm asking Sildar.
Well, I mean, we're not really sure. He might
We
be.
told him.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, then he
We
says.
told Sildar we knew.
Okay. Then he says, "Well, he's at the Cragmaw Castle."
Okay, so I'll put my wand away and say, okay, so the other one's fake.
And then Sildar also says, "Okay, do you one better. Gundred's at Cragmaw Castle. We met at a restaurant in Neverwinter the night before. I put Brass Lords Alliance tax on your oxen's collars so the guards wouldn't bother you. Gundren made an ass of himself that morning in the street with a cartographer. And I remember that the other cleric, Raiden, they had ribs and they looked delicious.
But when was the last time you saw Gundren?
The last time I saw Gundren? Well, I hate for it to sound this way, but it was right before those shitty-ass goblins shot up our horses. And they took me to the Cragmaw hideout.
I'm convinced.
Yeah, I think it's him. I think this is the real one.
Yeah, no,
So-
I'm Sildar. Trust me.
So do we need to head out to that place Sister mentioned?
Thunder Tree?
I don't know what y'all need to do. I really don't know what y'all need to do.
I mean, there's a few, so
Well,
I mean,
We need to tell the sister that the Banshee
right.
does not have the book.
And then but Bruce was going to say something a minute ago and ask
And-
Gerwynn something.
and then Sister Gariel says, "The Banshee doesn't..." Now Sildar's freaking out.
100 years ago, she gave it to the necromancer named Serenov.
And she's like, "Oh,
So you're
Oh,
about
no.
a century too late to recover it.
we'll worry about that in a minute." And Sildar just says, "All right, this is what we do."
I'm assuming she's helping the poor wounded guy while we're
Yeah,
talking.
she's tending to him. Sister Gariel, Bruce, Would you mind escorting these two down to the prison? Make sure that these two get locked up. Make sure that Sister Ariel's safe. Cassie? Morgan? Everybody else here. I'm trying to think of a way that we can all identify ourselves.
Code word.
It would have to be it would have to be a different word for everyone, because if we all have the same word, all they'd have to do is learn it from one of us.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, like, we could do a mark on our hands.
Anybody
can
could do a mark on the hands.
Well, I mean, I don't think anybody else can do this, and like, I basically take a use of sense undead or whatever, and my eyes glow.
Well, that works for you. And then Sister Gariel just kind of taps you on the shoulder, and she's like, "Let's go."
Yeah, let's get. Wait, how do we know
Y'all
this is the right guy? Everybody's in question.
Yes. I'm like,
But
is
she was
it
just-
going to be Bruce that comes back? Or is Bruce going to be in prison?
Yeah.
So I would like to keep our group together.
This is not a great situation.
Everybody down to the prison.
Exactly.
We're all
Okay.
moving as one.
And then Harbin says, "Oh, what a mess."
Arvin, don't give us any shit. Let's just do this.
We'll put you back in jail.
No, please. No, that was awful. That was absolutely awful. Like, I'd rather hear Dazlin singing. I'm just kidding.
Oh, well, here I was going to offer to go get that Wolverine tour guys, but yeah, maybe not.
Yeah,
I
they're,
looked Ariella once over.
and she,
What?
Oh, look over.
yeah, she catches you, and at first she's offended, and she's kind of, and then she realizes what you're doing. You're like, that is what you were doing. I was like, making sure that, okay,
I
I
wasn't acting like that.
He's not doing a dazzling.
okay.
He's not doing it.
I gave her a once over.
And she's like, yeah, we can't be too careful. And man, and she just says, there's just too much going on in this town. Where do we even begin? And then Sildar's just like, I still think, I don't know, we could check out Thunder Tree. That was the last place that Glassstaff was seen. I mean, it's old ruins. Maybe he's held up there.
Right.
We can only assume that it was a doppelganger that impersonated, because I don't have a twin brother. But to what end? Like, why is Glassstaff so important to Black Spider? How does this all tie together? So we've got goblins, bandits, we've got a turncoat mage, and the bandits say, "Hey, we Bob and Tom, Bob most especially, he's like, no, we turned that Black Spider down. We didn't want nothing to do." And then Morgan and Cass were just like, "Truth, we knew they were bad news. It was just absolutely bad news."
You didn't happen to get any inkling of this Black Spider's plans or end game, or
It was just.
Did you meet with Black Spider himself?
It was just to cripple the town. Well, I mean, who knows? I know we met a couple of associates a couple times. What I thought was the Black Spider, and sorry, one of the dogs just made a weird noise, and otherwise it was just the associates. And now I'm just wondering if those associates were actually, maybe they were doppelgangers. I don't know.
Yeah, who friggin' knows? Like, yeah. But the town is prosperous now, and what they whoever they is, specifically wanted is the town to not be prosperous.
And then Sildar says, "I like where you're thinking." How does Glassstaff tie into this?
I think he was just suckered into it. You know, promises of all the appreciation rewards he felt he wasn't getting from the Lord's Alliance.
And then by now y'all are down in the prison. Sister Gariel is finishing up with the most badly wounded. They've released the binds, and Sildar kind of calls Sister Gariel over, and this is within earshot of y'all, but out of earshot of Harbin or the prisoners. And he just says, you know, the Harpers came a knocking. Lord's Alliance answered. And now I think it's time for the Harpers to see what they can't dig up. We need some information on Yarno's contacts. We need to find out who this Black Spider is. And we need to find out Toot Sweet.
Who's Toot Sweet?
Very
They're
quickly.
candies.
Oh. No, crankiness, what that means.
Oh.
Boondiggle did not.
And he looks at you like, Boone, that's what Hip goes and buys with your 2 coppers. He gets 2 sweets.
And that also happens when you eat something real sweet and you fart.
Get her out the name.
Right.
And then Sister Girl and looks around. And Bruce, if I'm not mistaken, you're the one that put together the Harper. No, that was you, wasn't it, Gerwynn? That put together the Harper symbol.
No, that was Bruce.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Bruce.
All right, I should have went with my first instinct. Okay, and Bruce, I'm gonna put you into narrative real quick.
Well, I remember because he surprised us all.
Right, and then Bruce just says, it's okay, I had already figured it out, and I've already told them. And Sildar just says, well, that's why I wasn't worried about him hearing this, but we're all in this now. We've got to find out what was so important about Glassstaff. And then he says out loud, kind of just questioning, trying to put things right in his own mind, how far along are we in clearing out Tressendar Manor? Is there anything else we can learn from there? Should we go to Thunder Tree to see what we can figure out about that? And then Gariel's like, well, yeah. She takes a heavy sigh. And she's like, there's this old druid said to live in Thunder Tree. The Harpers had told me before that should things go not exactly as planned with Agatha, that he might be able to help. Ildar just kind of looks at her, and he just shakes his head and see, it's this kind of holding back the information why it's so hard to work with y'all. And he just kind of, like you look at him and he literally at this point is biting his tongue. Sildar's just like that was him that just kind of bowed his head and he was just like, holy shit. Well, this has just gotten deeper, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He just looks to
So-
y'all and he's just like,
I'm trying to put this all together in my brain. So there's this black spider trying to destroy the town or just mess it up some. He used the red brand to do it and Glassstaff to help him. We're not entirely sure why, although I have an idea that I'll have to discuss with you guys later. Not here, not now.
and then Sildar just says, you know what? Perhaps we should go and get ourselves some
Food.
food and drink and kind of mull this over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stonehill Inn's got lamb on special tonight.
Mm.
I love some mutton.
Let's do that.
All right, let me know when y'all leave.
Yeah. as long as the two guys are locked up and whatever.
They are. Sister
Good.
Gariel has just finished up with the other one. Sildar is.
Okay.
And then you.
But on the way over to the thing, I want to swing by a store and pick up some candy.
Okay, and on the way out, Sildar kind of leads y'all out. You see him. There's on the door frame. Now that he's put his hands up to it, you can see two kind of glowing crystals on either side of it. You see him rub his hands down the side, and then all you magic folk, you kind of feel your magic just kind of wane for a second, and then as soon as y'all break the threshold, you're just like, oh, well, that was strange.
Oh, didn't know you had that installed.
Some kind of ward or something, huh?
And then he just said, well, looks like we're going to need it, because we're going to fill this gel up.
Well,
Or the graveyard.
Consider the idea though of instituting a new town guard.
Oh no, we're considering it.
And I'll turn to Bruce's parents, Morgan and
Cassie?
yes, and say, do you think if we send a letter like to Wyvern Tor, we could get the other guys to come here and go legit?
Well, that really all depends on Nifaseli.
On what?
Nifaseli?
That's the gnome who bought me that drink. I
Yeah,
was
she's-
actually looking
she's
over
gnome.
for her.
Is what?
She bought me a drink, and I've been looking all over town for her. Are you saying that she's in charge up there at Wyvern Tor?
Well, yeah. She was one of the first ones we recruited.
Oh, okay. I was just about to ask about her. Wow, that's a lot to take in.
I thought I remembered seeing her before.
And as soon as y'all come outside, Halia Thornton from the Miners Exchange, she comes charging over there right up into your face. Dazlin gets down on your level, bends down on one knee, and she's just like, so where's Glassstaff's head? Weren't y'all supposed to bring me back his head and some documents? Wasn't that the deal? Now I hear that now that I hear that he's escaped, and then Sister Gariel, she bucks up, and she's just she confronts Halia, and she's just like, "Where did you get this information?"
Yeah. I'm drawing my wand again. I'm not pointing at anybody, but it's in my hand.
Yeah, I got my hand on my glaive right now.
I have my two daggers out behind my back.
Gerwynn, anything?
It's just I don't know anymore. I'm gonna be ready because the only three people or four people that I trust right now are me and my three companions. So I know they're real. So let's.
Okay.
I got their back.
All right, and then
And
Halia,
maybe-
she go ahead.
Oh, I say, and me being me, I kind of daggers behind my back, like, oh, cat fight. This might be good.
Yeah, no, and as soon as Sister Gariel bucks up, Halia, she stands up, and then y'all also figured out, and this was you, right, Gerwynn, about the Zentarum? Or was that Bruce also?
That was also Bruce.
Yeah. He did a history check or something.
Yeah.
And so, with all the information y'all have, y'all now realize that these two people know who these two people are.
They're enemies.
The Harpers and the Zentarum.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
And we know this now.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
they're in a room together, so they're definitely one of them is definitely not a doppelganger.
No, they're out.
We're in the street.
Yeah,
We're
y'all
on
are
the
in the
street.
street, and she just kind of backs off, and she looks back to Dazlin. This is Halia. She looks back to you, Dazlin, and she just says, "A deal is a deal,"
Well,
and then turns on her heels. And before she, what are you saying?
I was
Boone?
going to say, well, the deal's off.
And anyone else want to say anything or do anything?
I say, Well, a deal is a deal, but hey, unfortunately, he got to keep his head, and we're still trying to get him.
And she,
I look at her. Oh, go ahead.
But we'd still like to know how you know what you know.
she
When
just
we-
says, Phandalin is a small town.
I look at her and I said, when we made the deal, we never specified a time limit.
And she just
And we
kind of,
never.
she just huffs, turns on her heels, looks back over her shoulder at Sister Gariel, looks back and walks back to the miners' exchange.
Hey,
And
Boone, throw a firebolt up butt. Just kidding.
no. But I will turn to the sister and say, you do know she's Zentarum, right?
She just said, oh, I know.
Okay. I figured you might, but just in case.
And then Sister Gariel just reinforces much more bluntly than what Sildar has been trying to say, but never could figure out quite himself. She just says, there's more to this town than any of us know. This book, this Forge of Spells,
Yeah.
this could be very bad.
And to be honest, I think that makes Gerwynn the most important person in it currently.
And that box that he has.
That's why it makes him the most. I was going to say it.
And then Sister Gariel says, box? And then she turns to you, Gerwynn. Questioningly, box? What's in this box?
Oops.
Don't know what they're talking about.
Deception check.
Good job, guys. Good job. Is it that?
I heard
No,
that.
it's a little box that's got like seeds in it. That's what I was talking about.
You could roll high. See?
Oh shit!
Finally. I
Negative one.
haven't even looked yet.
Yeah, so that's a nat 20.
It's a nat 20, yeah.
20, but he has a -1.
So a 19. Yeah, no. She just kind of looks at you and she's like, if you find out what's in the box, if there is a box, she just looks at you very suspiciously. Please let me know what's in the box. And whatever you do, don't let the box fall into the wrong hands.
We haven't yet.
And then she just turns on her heels and are you in OFT? Back to the Shrine of Luck.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sildar, he just looks at all of y'all and he's like, what in the hell just happened? And what in the hell do you mean that she is Zentarum? You know what? Never mind. I'm hungry.
Right, let's get some food and we'll fill you in.
Good roll, Gerwynn.
And then we'll also probably have to come up with methods to, so like when we get separated and then meet up again, so
Yeah.
when we meet, like signals.
Well, it seems like the most important thing is knowing a fact about someone that no one else knows. And then
And we
Morgan,
might want to start whispering these things instead of saying it loudly.
and then
Well, we're
Morgan,
not
and,
screaming it across town. We're talking in a group.
and then Morgan and Cassie just say, "Well, you know, we have we just we just know each other. That's all. So, maybe every day. Oh hell, I don't know. Y'all will figure it out. You'll each code words are fine, but you'll each need a separate one because if one of y'all, you know what, y'all need to figure this out for yourself. I'm sorry, but
Right. The point is, if we have just one code word, anybody can learn the code word and become us and then walk up to any of us and say, oh, there's the code word, and then they're in. That's why it needs to be something that isn't easily learned or reproduced.
I mean, I already have mine. Mine's easy, assuming they're not a paladin, or they're not. I guess they could use magic, but
Or they know
But what
thaumaturgy.
can doppelgangers do? We don't know.
Hmm.
When I was living in Gillybrook, and we would have dealings with maybe some unsavory people, we would have challenge and answers. You know, you'd give a challenge word, and they have to give you the proper response back for it. But we all had our own, but we remember what they were. You know, something easy and something to remember.
Right.
Well, all I'm saying is if it's
But-
code words for each of us, then everybody knows everybody's code word.
And Sildar just says, my code word's Poontang. Y'all are walking and talking, right?
Yeah.
I'm not talking.
I knew I liked you, Tildar.
Okay.
Not,
But
not
you-
in front of Sildar.
But you are walking, right?
Yes, I am walking.
Okay.
Just think.
Let's talk about this at the end.
Okay.
And what
In
about
a room.
Morgan and Cassie? I don't think Gerwynn trusts me.
I don't. Dude, we're talking doppelgangers. I got my guys right here, and that's right now. That's the only people I know. They are who they say they are.
I mean,
Everybody else, I don't know.
it's paranoid, but understandably so.
Are y'all letting Morgan and Cassie walk with you? I just want to make sure I know what they know. I never asked before, so
For now, but we'll see. They're Bruce's parents, so Boondoggle would think, despite their criminal past and or present,
think Robin Hood.
they still need to know. We still need to, like, these are Bruce's parents, so we need to know that we're still seeing the authentic them, and they need to know that we're the authentic us, so that they're not used to get to us, and we're
Right.
not used to get to them.
Yeah, and as
So
far as their parent or Bruce's parents, think Robin Hood. Like that was their criminal past. Sure, it's wrong, but wrong for the right reasons. I don't know. The moral ambiguity is up to you.
Oh, okay. I thought they were running a like a criminal organization. Like, I mean, technically they are, but they were robbing the rich to give to the poor.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Right? Isn't that how you explained it, Harry?
Yeah, they're kind of the good guys. They don't like make people broke. Like, you know, they don't like make it so people don't live or anything. They take money from people that have a lot of money and don't need all of it.
They're just redistributing the wealth.
And the organization itself is
40.
yeah, the organization itself is not known as a thieves organization. They've kept that secret. So it's a cover. It's a little bit of a cover too. So
All right. And about now, y'all are, coming up on the Stone Hill Inn. And again, it's a little bit later in the evening, but still, the town is thriving. It's bustling. Like you down the road, you now see somebody walking a cow. You see people with a couple of chickens in a wire cage going down the road. Whereas before, when y'all are at the Alderleaf farm, Carp really couldn't remember last time he saw a cow. Or pig.
It's good to see life back in this town. I'm glad to see it.
And y'all get back to the Stone Hall Inn, and Goblin welcomes y'all on in. Has y'all's favorite table ready.
Is Pip around?
Pip is everywhere.
Well, every time he swings by, I give him a piece of candy.
He is omnipotent.
I mean, honestly, we've had things happen during this adventure that only us know. So
True. Yeah, that's a stumper right now for us. I think is trying to figure out these codes in case we get separated from one another.
Elsa comes over and she very quickly takes y'all's order: lamb special,
Yep.
pitcher of
Ale.
ale. And Elsa's off to the kitchen.
Right.
And Bruce's parents are with us right now, right? And so is Sildar.
I was about to ask if y'all want them to be, because there's a another table. If y'all don't want them to be there, I'll just...
They can go, but not until we have the system, so that when we meet them up again, you know.
Okay. And Sildar just says, "Oh well, if it looks like y'all got some planning to do, I'm going to go and I'm gonna go over here and hang out with Elmar." He points over to a table where Arthur is, and then Morgan and Cassie say, "Well, we'll be over there if y'all need us." And then Sildar just says, "Remember, my word's Poontang." And Cassie, she says, "Well, my name is Baba," and that's Bruce's real name. And Morgan just says, "You know what?
I could start making notes.
Uh-oh, he froze up again.
No, I didn't.
Oh, he froze. Oh,
Oh,
I was
you
thinking,
froze-
so I
oh,
did
my bad.
freeze up. Con.exe has stopped responding. I was
Right.
trying to think of a
Still
good word
loading.
for Morgan. And Morgan just says, all right, well, my word's going to be alphabet."
alphabet.
A.
Hey.
excellent.
And
Okay,
then,
so
and
then
then
four
they-
of us need to come up with ours too.
yeah, and then they pedal off.
Well, I think it's fair to say that those are the real Bruce's parents, and that's the real Sildar. So the means we come up with our own, just something that we would know. Maybe for Bruce, I don't know.
When I was a kid, I played a game a lot in my village, and I kind of was called the game. I was called hopscotch.
You recalled hopscotch? Okay.
I was called. Fortunately, it was a name that left me as I grew into adulthood, but people called me that.
Well, I haven't had a chance really to explain my last name, so I'm going to tell the story for about real quick. And then we'll come up with a name from that, my code word. But give me just a minute here. Bruce, Gerwynn, of course, we can have Bruce. He just lights up his eyes. What about you, Gerwynn? What do you want your word to be, or whatever action or something?
My name will be Pessimist.
I in a quiet tone, just so everybody that is supposed to be here and can hear, I say, when I was with the high 40, the
What was that?
when I was with the high 40, I used to deliver meals to the elderly. Every Friday, taking from sunrise often to sunset. And it's said that Nana Lola coined the term King Bruce, King, when I dropped mashed potatoes all over myself and the King's Feast service. Now you're covered in King's Feast. Suppose I'll call you King Bruce. And that's how I got my name. So if you know that story, you know it's me, because I don't tell that one a lot. And anybody asking won't know to tell that story, even if they know the story.
So in short,
Her name
King's
was
Feast.
Lola. She was a showgirl. Oh no, wait, wrong story.
Oh yeah, Nana Lola.
So a long time ago, my family's last name was pronounced Shithouse. Okay, it's Shithouse, but it's pronounced Shithouse. Okay, so anyway, we actually had a whole lot of thieves in our family, and one of them broke into an art museum and stole a bunch of them. And they only had one old guard who was there, and he wasn't very smart, and the investigators came to ask him what happened. I guess he just told them, well, they came in and they stole the art. And he just kept saying over and over again. He asked them to write it down, and they actually wrote it down, Stoutheart. So Stow the art became Stoutheart. So I guess my word could then be like,
Shithouse?
stole the heart. A shit house. Yes, exactly.
Oh, and if we didn't clarify, my word is Nana Lola, because that makes more sense as a code word.
Is what?
Nana Lola.
Nana Lola.
Yeah.
She was a dancer. Was Lola.
I did
All right,
say
so
that
sounds like it's good.
Elsa had returned while y'all were in conversation, set y'all's plates down in front of you, pitcher, mugs of ale, and then saw that the conversation wasn't any place for her, so she lingered for a good second and then, scuttled off to attend to Morgan and Cassie and Sildar and Elmar.
Thanks, Elsa, if that's who you really are.
She just looks back and says, Nana Lola. I'm just kidding.
Uh-oh.
She didn't say that. She didn't hear anything. And then and she's attending to Lennar, and then Trelina just stops over real quick and she's like, y'all got a minute?
Sure. We're
She
just stuffing our faces.
She just sits down real quick, and as she looks y'all over real quick, she's like, Pip, he just loves y'all something fierce. If y'all could just, would it be too much trouble to ask if y'all could just let him pal around with y'all for a little while if y'all are in town or whatever? If not, that's fine. You know what? Never mind. Y'all are busy.
Oh no, it's fine. I think it'd be okay. Yeah. While we're in town, I think it'd be all right.
Well, I know he'd appreciate it. I would too. But all of y'all's rooms, they've been made up. Fresh linens, fresh chamber pots. We even Elsa even fluffed the pillows up for you. Yeah. So y'all get y'all some rest and enjoy your meal.
He's a good kid. He's got he's got his own little business starting up with fetching things. So
he certainly is a mover.
Mm-hmm.
He's been like that. Well, most kids they start walking at an early age. It seemed like he just took straight to running.
I don't doubt it. He's
He just felt like running.
Yeah.
He'll be the town master one day.
God, I hope not. But if that's what he wants to do, I mean, you can't hold him back.
Well, he'll grow out of that hyperactive phase, kids go through it, but I think it'd be good for him to maybe pal around with us while we're in town. Certainly. We'll keep him out of trouble. Maybe we can teach him some things.
And Trelina, she just says, well, that's it. I just wanted to let y'all know that y'all's rooms were all nice and cleaned, and y'all got fresh sheets on them. Chamber pots. Yeah, anything y'all need at all. Anything at all. Just let us know.
Yeah.
And actually, before you go, I just want to know if you heard of a lady or a little gnome who lives down here. But I ask around, people really don't know her. Tefasila, Terra, something like that.
Tefasili?
Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot about her. No. I know she comes in occasionally.
Because I tried to talk to Elsa. She didn't know, but does she live around here?
Elsa? Yeah, she stays here at the inn.
Oh, no, sorry, wait, it's Tefasili.
Oh, I reckon, because she's got to have a house or a home or something around here somewhere, because she doesn't stay at the inn. There's a couple rooms down at the Sleeping Giant, but, it might be okay now that the Red Brands are mostly out of town. But otherwise, she's got to stay around here somewhere.
What do you mean mostly? I thought they all left.
Some of them kind of filtered back into town.
Filtered back into town.
Yeah.
Are they back at the Sleeping Giant?
Well, they're not. I might be misleading you a little bit, and I don't mean to be misleading you at all. Let me try and explain it this way. When the Red Brands came a thing, there was a certain element to town that saw a way to, make money the easy way. So certain town folk took up with the Red Brands, and now that the Red Brands ain't no more, they ain't got no leader anymore, those folks kind of just returned to their normal life, and we've all got a quiet understanding that we know what you did, we know who you were with, but as long as you've left that in the past, got a place. So, I mean, if you want to be like that, I guess, yeah, there still are some Red Brands still around, but, I mean, they ain't really Red Brand.
Y'all couldn't find any food, so yeah, that's fine. Like it'll do something. Take away somebody's shelter and food and all that, and they turn into the worst thing imaginable. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for the information. Maybe we'll I'll do some checking around. Maybe I'll see if I can find where this Tifacelli is. Thank you.
Oh, anytime.
All right.
So did y'all hear that? That like the Red Brand were some of the people staying in town, and they're still here. And I think I might go down the Sleeping Giant, see if I might be able to find this Tifacelli.
We definitely could use some more intel on everything that's going on.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we'll actually get that information at Thunder Tree, though. I think that's where we need to head to next.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. But anybody want to go with me to the Sleeping Giant just for a quick moment, just to see if she's staying there?
It's
let me ask
11.
you a question, Dazlin.
It's
Let me ask you a
11:15.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, real world, yeah.
Yeah, real world.
I'm cool. I had a pregame nap. I'm totally cool. But if y'all want to wrap it up, because we're
let's at least decide what we're doing next week. Like what's our plan? What's our what are we doing here?
I am totally cool.
We can pop in the.
I mean, I don't know about totally cool, but you're okay.
I appreciate that. I'm just saying I could go for 2 more hours if y'all wanted to.
Oh, for sure. But I know everybody else is probably tired. No, I could go all day. Yeah.
I'm. Bedtime's around 5, so whatever you guys want.
Yeah. Let's just figure out what our next step is.
Okay.
Like Dazlin's right. We should probably go to the other place, the Sleeping Giant, and look into this lady. And then go to
Thunder Tree.
Yes, Thunder Tree. Thank you.
Yeah.
My brain.
We can go. I think go Sleeping Giant, check it out, and then come back and sleep, and then head out to Thunder Tree in the morning. And if I may, and also if we could, maybe if we can get some horses or something to make it easier to travel.
Oh, agreed. We probably have the money for that if someone in this town has extra horses. Yes.
Or the wagon again,
or ponies, yeah, I'd be happy with one horse and a wagon.
Because we keep bringing people back here to work, and the population is just booming. So who knows how many more people will bring back?
Right. Yep.
Well, should we head down to the Sleeping Giant?
Sure. Is Pip with us?
Because he's not with us if we're going to the Sleeping Giant.
Well, I have something for him. I have something for him to do while we're done at the Sleeping Giant.
He's in the tavern, but he's not with y'all. But he could be if you were to.
I have something for him to do.
Okay.
I tell him that I need him to go find a nice stick, one that fits in his hand nicely, not too big. and catch a lightning bug, and then I'm going to teach him something.
Okay.
That's a firefly for anybody else, in case regional thing.
I think they're called torch bugs. And
They are in Skyrim.
that's where I got it from. Okay.
Skyrim.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, basically, yes. I want him to catch a firefly and find a nice looking stick that he can hold in his hand, but isn't, like 5 feet tall,
Okay.
Alive or dead?
Actually, it doesn't need to be alive. The lightning bug does not need to be alive.
Okay. He goes and does that. He goes out looking for a lightning bug. Firefly.
Essentially, my end game, out of character here, my end game is I looked up the material component for light spell. I'm going to teach him how to cast the light spell on the tip of a stick.
Nice. He just hold on a second. Yeah, he just takes King Bruce's Polaris ball. No, I'm kidding. He did roll an 18 though, but
I mean, like, I could oppose.
you're fine. I was joking. I was joking.
You should teach Bruce that so he has a light so he can be able to see stuff.
Polaris's pole has a light. It's
His
20 foot.
pole.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Polaris is broad.
Excuse my language, Pip. Yeah, we got.
He's already gone. Dude, you can't keep Pip around.
Well, that's why I figured it would give him something. It would get him out of his parents' hair. It'd give him something relatively innocent to do.
Yeah.
While
Burst
we're,
energy.
yeah, expend some of that energy while we're at the sleeping giant, trying to find
Okay.
Dazlin's girlfriend.
As you see Droop walk in, being Droop, Elsa accidentally drops a tray of drinks. Droop faints. Dogmaster comes in, trips over Droop, and this has just absolutely grabbed y'all's attention. And right behind them, you see this little female gnome walk in, and as you do, she pulls off her hood, and it's Nifiselli. And thank you for tuning in, everybody out there on YouTube. I
Right.
do greatly appreciate it. I've been confounded. You found me here. You could find me here. You could find me there. You could find me everywhere. Best place to find me is on Twitter. And if you're going to roll, be sure that you roll for laughter. Love your faces. Say goodnight, everyone. Starting with Darth.
Good night.
Chaos.
Good night, Gracie.
Good night, Jumbo.
Wow.
Good night,
Good night,
Sue Ellen.
everybody.
For all those that are still watching,
Good
you can catch Cranky and I Wednesday nights on Featherfall Tabletop's Twitch channel, where we are making a descent into Avernus. I think we're actually going to enter hell.
It's been hell
I think we're actually going to enter hell in this next week.
this coming week.
Anyhow, hope to see y'all there. Love your faces.